tensions on the maritime border. According to the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the North fired some 90 artillery shots into waters off its western coast Sunday. South Korea's military detected the artillery firings into the maritime buffer zone north of the northern limit line, the de facto maritime border in the Yellow Sea, and South Korea's border island of Yeonpyeong from about 4 p.m. to 5:10 p.m. The buffer zone was set under a 2018 Inter-Korean military accord designed to reduce tensions along the border. There was no damage to the country's military or civilians from the latest firing. The North's latest action marked the third consecutive day of its artillery drills in the area. On Friday, North Korea fired some 200 artillery shells from its southwestern coastal areas, prompting the South Korean troops on the frontline islands of Yeonpyeong and Baekneung to stage live fire drills near the buffer zone for the first time since the signing of the 2018 pact. The Friday firing marked the 16th one of its kind into the zone, including a missile launch in 2022. Even on Saturday, the North carried out live fire drills in the area for the second day to fire around 60 shells into the buffer zone, according to the JCS. Meanwhile, regarding the Saturday's firing, Kim Yo-jong, the powerful sister of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, claimed the North conducted a deceptive operation by detonating explosives, simulating the sound of 130mm coastal artillery the previous day, deriding the South Korean military's detection capabilities. In her statement on Sunday, Kim said North Korea did not fire a single round on Saturday, and that South Korea misjudged the blasting sounds as the sound of gunfire and conjectured it as a provocation, making it a false and impudent statement that the shells dropped north of the sea boundary. The JCS, however, dismissed Kim's statement, calling it comedic low-grade propaganda, attempting to cause division within South Korea and damage trust in the military. On Monday, the JCS also declared that the maritime buffer zone with North Korea no longer exists, as the North has breached the September 19th agreement over 3,600 times and has conducted artillery fire in the West Sea over the last 3 days.
Opie and
Just about your
Anthony.
taxes.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm always going off on those.
You know what? We got a very busy show today, but this is the moment right here, I'm telling you. Louis C.K. in studio. It's been, I don't even know how long. We were
A
at
long
the other
time.
building.
That's right. The last time I was at the other building.
So it's got to be at least 4 months. Louis
Mm-hmm.
C.K.'s playing Caroline's. You're starting tonight, Lou?
Yeah, it's all sold out until Sunday, I think.
Oh, it
though.
is?
No shit.
Yeah, Sunday
right.
night there's still
Yeah.
tickets.
Then go home.
Yeah, right? No, I'm not here to plug. I don't care
That
about
proves that Louis likes our show because he
plugging.
doesn't even have to
I got
be
nothing
here.
to plug.
Only Sunday shows
Caroline's
available.
a great
Yeah, but
place
that's going to
play.
sell out too. I mean, it doesn't even matter.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter at all.
They should just keep adding shows.
Well, then I got to do them.
You know what?
I mean, it'd be one thing if it
that's
was
the
just like,
problem.
just come and pay money. The tickets are what they're after. It's not
Right.
the
You
show.
know what? I'm thinking you could squeeze a third show in.
Sure, I
I've seen
could.
that before at Caroline's. It's not fun for you guys, but
No, I won't do it.
you got a midnight show where everyone's been drinking for 4 straight hours, and you're
Yeah, exactly.
You're trying to do your.
I don't think I have an upside to tickets this time. I think I'm getting a flat amount of money.
Oh,
for
so then it
Carolina.
doesn't-
So
so it doesn't
actually, don't
matter.
even say that I'm
Okay.
playing that.
All right, I got you. I got you. You been in the country,
Yeah, upstate.
and he was telling Aunt and I that he listens all the time because he's bored in the country.
Always.
Ooh. And he heard you yelling
Every
and
morning.
screaming the other day.
Yeah, I'm always screaming about taxes. And
There's,
stuff like
but there's still the thing
Don't
that's
care.
been haunting me. I just every day I think about it now, and it makes me really sick. When you had Bobo in here, was that his name?
Oh God!
and you
damn.
had what's his name? Smell his cock.
yeah.
We're on- we're
E-Rock
okay.
had to smell
Yeah,
his dick.
E-Rock.
Yeah.
E-Rock had to smell his dick, but the thing that upset me was you telling him to ruffle up his pubic hair to
Oh,
release
yeah.
to release the smell.
It's like a scratch and sniff. You got to kind of
Like if you you're telling him to tussle the pubes.
tussle your pubes so the smell is released.
And every time I think about that and I gag, like a few times a day, for some reason, it's like a song stuck in my head.
That is disgusting.
There's like a moment I was dropping off my kids and I'm walking away from the little camp, this little idyllic camp they have.
Yeah.
Where there's literally a donkey in the middle of the camp. And I remember it just pops in my head. Tussle your pubic hair so the cock smell gets worse. And I imagine that really clearly, and I just got so sick.
That is really disgusting. And E-Rock,
Just the
what
idea
a
that, so
trooper.
first of all, you're making a guy smell some retarded guy's cock. But the idea that you had this
Idea.
notion of, wait a minute,
we
this
can make
isn't-
this work.
It's not
Yeah,
bad
this is
enough.
like you're like it's like a technician for no. To get the full potency of the cock smell,
Of the dirty dick smell.
you gotta
Yeah.
ruffle the hair.
Did you hear the follow-up show? The following Friday, he came
Oh,
back.
so bad.
I heard something.
Lou.
I'm trying to remember what happened.
After the show, these guys discovered, because they're just bored and sick fucks, that Bobo gets boners really easily.
All right, you had his dick out and he was standing here getting hard.
Hard and soft,
And you
though,
guys
depending on what we're
you guys are
talking
going
about.
from yes, I was listening to that.
Okay.
You're going from baseball to
to that girl that he's in love with.
you know what's weird
Back
is that
and
there
forth.
was a guy in my hometown. He might still be there, and we called him Florida Steve.
Why did you call him?
That was his. He was a guy, a little kind of oldish man that walked around town, just walked around, and kids would go up to him, and he'd go, "How you doing?" He'd just walk up to you, "Hey, hot day, huh? It's hot." It was a routine. It was like an Abbott
was
and
he
Costello.
retarded in any way?
Yeah,
or-
I think he was sort of retarded. Hot day, right? Hot day, and you go, "Yeah, it's hot." And he goes, "Hotter in Florida, isn't it?" Yeah, it's pretty hot in Florida. He would guide you to what he. What's it like? What's it like down in Florida? It's nice. Girls down there. What are the girls like down there?
Oh shit!
Well, they got nice girls in Florida. They got big tits. You go, yeah, they got big tits, Steve. And then he'd put his hand in his pocket and he'd just start jacking off right in front of you. Big bottoms, big. And it was just a routine. It was like Abbott and Costello.
Holy shit.
And then at one point you'd go, "Hey, what are you doing down there in your pants?" And you go, "Get out of here! I'll cut you to ribbons. You won't say that when the bullets fly." And he'd start threatening you, and then you walk away.
I think every town's got one of I think
I'm
this
trying to
guy
think if
called
I had one.
Crazy John.
Yeah.
And he used to be behind John's Bargain Store. I don't know if his name was John, but we
Right.
just called him Crazy John.
'Cause he was behind
'Cause
John's Bargain
John's Bargain Store. and he had a shopping cart with a big...
It's like naming a stray dog.
yeah, it's just we'll name him after the bargain store. I know. And he would collect plastic bags. And he'd come up to you and just go, "Plastic bag? Plastic bag? Plastic bag? And you're like, I haven't seen any plastic bags, John. Okay. And then you go up to the dumpster, and he had one of those giant, those big plastic sunflowers people put in their lawns that spin around in the wind?
Sure.
He had that on his shopping cart, and he'd push it around looking for plastic
bags.
Crazy John.
Remember Eddie at WNEW?
Oh, yeah, another.
Eddie worked at NEW when we were over there, and his whole job was to empty the garbage from offices.
Yeah.
And he loved tits.
Yeah.
Where he would uncomfortably stare at tits.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he had no switch where it's like, you shouldn't do that.
You take a glimpse.
Because he'd be going, I like that girl. She was pretty cute. It's like, I like that. And meanwhile, he's just looking at her tits, and the fucking girl's all creeped out.
I brought him to somehow the guys talked me into taking him out for lunch, so I took him to the Brooklyn Diner, and the waitress happened to have a nice tit.
Oh, no.
It was so awkward.
Jesus.
We could barely eat lunch because Eddie just had to stare at tits the entire time.
Horniness plus retardation is a bad.
Bad combination.
Bad.
There's no switch. They just like.
Yeah. What do you got in? Brooke Hogan?
I was wondering if Brooke Hogan, what she sounds like acoustically. Or is she lip syncing?
No, she's probably. What can we do?
Can you pot it up? Very interested.
Heard this name of the song is Hey Yo.
That time okay, but I had to let you know, just in case it didn't show. Oh, some say love and friends, they don't mix, but I love the way that I feel.
Boo!
Singing
Boo!
I know you and me, it seems weird, but
Who is that faggot? Who is that Jerry curled faggot who's playing with her? He's got shiny jeans.
What a fruit.
No, I'm not.
Oh, God. What is with him?
No, you're not.
Oh, my God. This is horrible.
Yeah, I will if I hear this any longer.
Yeah, this is really bad.
I promise to show you I love the can win.
He could go over.
Oh.
How does he go over anyone's house and sit in on their couch?
Yeah, exactly. How's he a person?
Fucking wet all over there. All right. I'm sorry I even brought it up.
That's one of the worst things I've ever heard in my life.
That's really bad, huh? Really bad.
That's horrible. Oh, boy. I'd rather listen to my mom beg for mercy while somebody kills her. That was horrible.
And people are also reminding us that Eddie also was in charge of the mail and getting it all wrong.
Oh, no, he used to get it all wrong, yeah.
Hey, that guy's wearing like a glovey thing.
What, a Michael Jackson glove?
No, it's worse. Look on his left hand, on his guitar hand.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like a hand brace, but it's sparkly. It's like when you get a sprained wrist, but it's sparkly. No, that wasn't good. You can't stop the song for your shit note that didn't work.
It's your crappy.
He's just making it up now.
Yeah.
All right.
Look at his hand. Look at his hand.
Yeah. He's got sparkly wrist brace on.
Oh.
Now in the stores.
Oh, you ugly whore. Fuck you. You fucking retard.
Well, he's very talented. He's really, really talented.
No, he's not. Neither are you, you
We're good
fucking
friends.
stupid
We
cunt.
blast together, and we love making
God
music
damn
together.
it.
When do you hit the road, Colby? You guys
Fucking
actually
boring, fucking
Do some shows
stupid,
together,
ugly,
to promote the
common,
single. And,
fucking
you're
two-bit
working on a
stripper.
tour and stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm just doing
She comes over and says, do you want a private dance? And I go, no. I go, no, I'm waiting for somebody interesting looking.
That's about her family life coming up.
Fucking
Plus, we have author
dime a dozen blonde,
here.
fucking father famous for being a buffoon idiot.
very curious about your
Fucking.
family.
She even knows the guy isn't talented because she had to go, yeah, he's really talented.
really
Yeah, exactly.
talented.
Oh, really? That's what I just heard was good? Oh, thanks.
Yeah. You know the shit you just heard?
That's like everybody that has a boyfriend where they're like, oh, yeah, no, he's really great. Really?
Yeah, he's great.
It's funny because I just heard him. Oh, thanks for telling me because it sounded like shit.
It sounded like it wasn't good.
Oh, you.
No, he's really
fucking.
great,
Oh.
funny. I love when
No,
people
I
tell you
listened to
people are
her
funny.
on this show. She was
Yeah.
on, and I was like, "Shut!" She ruined my morning. I hate her.
Yeah,
Because
she wrecked
my
the
morning, I dropped my kids off in this fucking crazy camp, And then I listen to you guys on my way back. I got nothing else to do. I look at the same shit strip of fucking country road every morning, and I listen to you guys.
And it was her.
And there's trying to be funny and fucking.
You got an arm wrestle though.
I didn't get that far. It's the first time I've switched. I switched the fucking
sometimes.
station.
That's not
I
good to
understand.
hear.
You gotta.
Well,
See, arm wrestle's
keep that in
probably what it's
mind. She makes people like me turn your show off.
That's good to know for next time. We go, hey, Brooke, would you arm wrestle Robert
Yeah.
Kelly? And she goes, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of insulting to ask a girl to arm wrestle a guy?
Why? What do you mean? Like,
Because she's a bruiser.
oh, because she's got big fat arms. I see what you mean.
Why else would I say, would you arm
I
wrestle
see,
Robert
yeah.
Kelly?
Because he's a weak
not- you-
slob with little.
Oh.
He's got little, Tyrannosaurus Rex arms.
What is she doing there in that
She's
picture?
giving a piggyback
Looks like she's
ride.
taking a shit.
I don't know. I hate that people like her exist. I mean, it's the worst. It's just so many generations down from mattering. You know what I mean? Like Hulk Hogan even shouldn't matter. He's
Yeah.
a joke. He's a fringe celebrity.
And then Hulk's
But now he's a
family.
fucking mainstream, right down. Like he's gonna get he's gonna be at the Kennedy honors with the president someday.
Yeah.
Because he just for being fucking stupid spectacle in front of other people, and his fucking daughter, his grown up cum, gets to be on TV and play a song with her faggot boyfriend with sparkly jeans. And everybody's got to act like it's good.
And sparkly wrist brace.
And she comes to this building, and you guys have her. Everybody has to have her on and act like. And so then, what happens with your dad? Who gives a shit?
He's making us look bad. Louis,
Fuck her.
Louis
No, you
giving
have
up-
to do it. How do you
Louis-
not do it? If I had this,
No.
look, if I had this show, I'd go. Can we
you
get
know
her,
what?
please?
Louis
And I'd
is,
be nice to her.
A dose of
You're-
reality.
You're giving a little taste. There's no problem there. That's why we do like you.
Louis is a dose of reality, man.
Yep.
He's right. He's right. Fuck what we think.
You guys,
we get caught
3
up in the
hours
moment.
with Bobo is worth a lot more.
It's
Well,
true. Yeah.
then don't
yeah.
go to the message board.
Then
'cause
that-
They don't like Bobo either.
They don't- well, I'm in the minority.
I love Bobo, but you go to the
I'm
message
in the
boards,
Bobo
They
camp.
can't take
they're
him.
like enough with Bobo.
They're listening.
But they listen.
They listen.
Yeah, I assume.
Did anybody write and say she's awesome? Keep her on and
No.
have her on again.
One person.
Well, there you go.
One
There you
person
go.
did.
All that response for Bobo. One response for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
at
his response was negative and hers was positive.
Bobo
but-
makes people react.
Yeah. You want
That's
that.
what you want from a radio show.
Exactly.
Of course.
Good, bad, whatever. Just you
Yep.
want people talking and reacting. Yeah, we didn't get much reaction after the Brooke Hogan interview
No.
yesterday.
No.
Louis C.K.
It's
Now we
sleep.
feel really bad about ourselves as broadcasters.
It's America sleeping.
Let's get the horse fuck story on.
Yes.
Oh, this guy fucked a horse? What happened?
Well,
Yeah.
he has a history of doing this. He got caught.
It's called buggery, you know.
Is it? Is that what buggery is?
Yeah. I didn't
Like
know
horse and buggy?
No, because buggery
Because you're being a buggy.
is
sort
an
of, for a
English
horse.
law. Yeah, you're kind of being a buggy by proxy.
It's like buggery. I wonder if that is what it
Hook
is
it up.
from.
No, because I don't know because it means anal intercourse with a man or a woman. If you're a guy and you have anal intercourse with a man or a woman, you are engaging in buggery. But also vaginal intercourse with a horse is buggery. But anal with a horse is not considered buggery. It's considered something else. You know, some sick sodomy fucking thing that will still get you put on the rack in England, I'm sure. But
But who had to
it's
decide that one?
Yeah, they decided that buggery is sex up the ass on a human or vaginal sex with a horse.
But wait a minute, sex up the ass with a human or vaginal sex with a horse?
Yeah, is the same thing.
It's the same
Buggery.
thing.
Can you believe that shit?
But you can fuck a horse
I
in the
can't
ass and
believe
it's not
it.
buggery.
And it's not buggery.
But is it something worse?
A person's asshole and a horse's
Vagina, same thing.
Yeah.
They considered it the same kind of fucking.
Well, but wait, maybe is there a step up for horse's asshole? Maybe it's
I
just
think
another
that's
thing.
what it is. I think it's even worse.
It's like murder one.
Yeah, yeah. Although the penalty for buggery,
Yeah.
up until 1861,
Is getting fucked up the ass by a horse.
Yes, yes, the horse
Yeah.
gets to have his little piece with you. Was death by hanging,
Really?
and then after that, it was life in prison. And now,
Did you have
I
to
don't
sit
know
on
what
the
it
horse that you fucked in the ass when
Yeah.
when you get
is.
hung?
Fuck you and the horse you fucked.
Fuck you and the horse you fucked and fuck both.
Fuck both of you. Yeah, anal intercourse by a man with a man or woman, or vaginal intercourse by either a man or a woman with an animal. Now, how does a woman...
Where are you reading this off of, by the way?
The definition of buggery.
From what, though?
From Wikipedia.
Yeah, just go Wikipedia.
Anal intercourse. I love also the stuff that's highlighted to give you other references.
Yes, I might need
Anal
that
intercourse,
note at the
okay.
back.
Yeah.
Anal intercourse highlighted if you're interested. More to say about that.
Yes, it's a
By
link.
a man with a man or a woman.
Yeah, you can't
Or
fuck that
vaginal
ass.
intercourse by either a man or a woman with an animal.
With an animal. So it
How
could
does
be
a
anything.
woman fuck a horse up the asshole?
That's what I want to know. Well, a vagina. Vagina.
Oh, vaginal intercourse.
Yeah.
Okay, so then, how does a woman...
I guess with her fist. You can't fist a horse in a
No,
vagina.
I think that means letting a horse
Oh,
fuck you.
Look at you.
And look at me.
I've been thinking of that since I read it yesterday. Going, how does a woman do? But it's the horse fucking the woman.
Or, if I says,
Now,
by
what
the way,
if-
it says animal. So
Yeah,
a dog,
anything.
women can be fucked by dogs. I've seen
Now,
it.
what about the woman getting fucked in the ass by an animal? Because that wasn't covered there.
That's going to be a
That's
different
got to be
thing.
worse.
Yeah.
It's got to be worse. They don't step it down and go,
I think,
at least it's
I think
not
that's
buggery.
called tomfoolery.
Yeah, buggery is like one of those words where it should be
Yeah.
tomfoolery.
I think it's I think a woman being fucked in the ass by a horse is
Yes.
shenanigans. I think it's
Yes,
shenanigans.
only done by a scallywag.
Exactly.
Wow, they just said
Shenanigans.
visiting this website may harm your
That's
computer.
all these words that used to be horrible, and now they don't matter anymore.
Now it's just funny.
Yeah, it turns out, if you really look up the epitomology or whatever it's called,
Shenanigans.
turns out a horse coming in a woman's mouth is called silliness. It's just that it's been softened over the years.
Yeah, being engaged in shenanigans years ago was probably a pretty bad thing.
Yeah.
Now it's funny to say. The
Yeah.
word itself is just
Shenanigans.
You can't be serious when you say it.
Well, you want the update on the horse fucker?
Buggery. I certainly
You got to
do.
hear this one.
Barbara Kenley says her horse of 15 years, Sugar, is like a child to her. But a year and a half ago, she discovered this man, Rodell Vereen, inside Sugar's stable. He pleads
inside the
so to
stable.
speak.
Wow.
Okay, well,
Wow.
inside
Yeah.
the stable. All right. Jesus.
inside Sugar's stable. He pleaded guilty to having sex with the horse.
I mean, I don't know how to explain to you the sick feeling.
Vereen was placed on South Carolina's sex offender list
Go ahead
and
and
got
try.
3 years probation. But Kenley says that was little comfort to her.
Every night going to bed thinking, is that man out there with my animals? What is he doing to my horse?
Fucking it.
And like I said, I just couldn't sleep thinking about it.
She suspected
Well, then
Vereen was
fucking
back.
masturbate and get it over with. Fucking rub one out and go to sleep. That's what I do when I think I'm fucking the horse.
Who cares if someone's fucking your horse?
I just couldn't sleep thinking about it.
She suspected Vereen was back and secretly violating Sugar again.
When I come to feed the next morning that I had sat out here waited for him, and she'd been molested again, it was devastating.
Kenley says she would sometimes spend the night inside the stables with a shotgun to keep an eye on Sugar.
With her ass perched up waiting.
Why not me? There's a perfectly good fucking woman in the room.
Yeah.
He's fucking my horse?
First of all, you don't name a horse Sugar and not expect it to be fucked. That's just a sexy name for a horse.
Got to give it a bad name.
Oh,
This is
God.
one of our favorite pictures. Lily.
Horse
You gotta check-
vagina.
This is horse vagina.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Shit.
That does look like
I
it.
get it.
You
I
know,
get it.
If you had to.
But it looks like it's got balls above it, though.
Yeah, that's,
It looks
that's
upside
the
down.
asshole
There's
above
something-
it.
yeah.
And then there's sort of what looks like the alien that wrapped around that guy's neck tail.
Wow. It
Yeah.
doesn't look very hairy. It's really like a...
Looks like a Geiger painting.
They're all pink on the inside.
Yeah, it looks like a galaxy.
But you can see how it would probably feel good on your cock if it wasn't, attached to a
It doesn't
horse.
look very wet.
Well, you gotta
just
you gotta
slobber some
whisper
shit
in its
on there.
ear. Yeah, you fucking hot.
Oh, you fucking...
Yeah, you.
With a shotgun to
With a
keep an eye
shotgun.
on Sugar. She says she thought about shooting Vereen, but didn't want to go to prison. That's when she installed this.
And moving my camera in various spots. And then I finally got a good picture of
Should have
it.
been arrested
Police
for filming
are-
bestiality. Wouldn't that be great if they arrested her? You can't
Yeah.
film this shit.
No.
It's like fucking, I'm going to catch a child pornographer for, I'm going to film him having sex with a child. No, that's illegal.
Oh, dumb. dumb woman.
Yeah, this woman is she deserves to have her
All
horse.
that work. Yeah, what does she do? How does this woman have a horse and a stable and a shotgun and a camera? Fucking props.
She's got a bunch of shit going on.
Yeah.
And then I finally got a good picture of it.
Police arrested Vereen on Monday after he was caught on tape earlier this month molesting the horse.
He didn't resist or fight back or deny. Now,
The horse?
Oh, yeah, the horse loved it.
Yeah.
The horse does. Have you ever seen another horse fuck a horse?
Yeah.
It's probably one of the most violent things I've
Yeah,
ever
it is.
seen. We had this horse named Concho Pete. Concho Pete was one of the few horses at our stable that wasn't a gelding. And they used
what
to
are you
breed it.
talking about?
This is when I lived out in California. I was
horses? Horses. Oh, yeah.
fucking. I was
Guns.
Mr. Cowboy, equestrian guy.
Dune buggies,
Oh, I had
Dreamweaver.
horses. I was
everything out there.
I was the shit. I have pictures of me with boots, the hat, the whole fucking
Wow.
deal. I was a hick fucking cowboy. But I was, 14 years old, so I was a kid.
Wow.
Grew up that way, yeah. It was fun, though.
Grew up in Massachusetts and you're...
No, I grew up in New York originally, and then my father moved out to California, so I went to live with him. And then, he wanted to be a cowboy. So Danny's going to find some horse fucking videos. Concho Pete would bite the back of the neck of all the mares and just stick this giant cock.
Wow.
I don't care. I know the guy was of a certain ethnicity, this criminal that was molesting the horses, but no way it's as big as a horse.
Look at this horse boner.
And they just
How the
shove
fuck
it
does
in.
he guide that? How does he guide that into anything?
I think the people have to guide it in. Like, look, they can't just let them fuck. They're tying this horse up in a certain thing. I guess that's so it doesn't completely kill the mare.
But how do they get it done in
They
nature
wrap the
before we
tail
got
up.
involved?
Wrap the tail like a boxer.
Yeah, they got to wrap the tail up.
Why do you
That's
have to
the
wrap-
female.
Yeah, but why do you have to wrap the tail if the two horses were in the...
Oh, my God, look at this. Look at this fucking... Oh, man,
Jesus.
holy shit. Then
Look
he's
at all
coming
that
already.
spurt.
He's fucking coming already.
Oh,
Horses can't... Yeah.
Look at his neck.
And he's biting the horse's neck.
And the horse is just standing there like...
Horses have no staying power. All horses prematurely ejaculate.
There's no pleasure for the female, huh? Look at that. Female
No.
doesn't know what the fuck.
What a rod he's got, though.
Female's like...
He's bending.
just
He's
do
trying to
it.
find how to get in.
Good technique on the horse's part,
Yeah.
huh?
But that's two
Boom.
pumps and he's done.
Boom.
Two pump chump.
He's the two-pump kid.
Oh, it's all fucking yellow.
God damn, he is fucking in there, too. He's a good 2
It's
feet
like
inside that vagina.
His cum looks like the wood glue that he's going to be in a couple of years. From glue to glue.
All right, he's done. Get him off the
Ashes
fucking
to
thing.
ashes, glue to glue.
Now he's just, that was good. See, you think the horse felt that fucking guy is all limp now? Do you think the horse felt the...
And then they
of a
talk to
human?
a dude. Then they talk to some dude.
Never.
Well, and then he fucks her and comes all over her
Eh.
fucking cunt.
What a creep that
And
guy
then a little
is.
horse comes out later and I fuck it.
Now we got a montage.
Like here's
of
two horses just at a park somewhere next to a Little League game. It's like-
Yeah.
It's weird how their necks arch kind of
Yeah, yeah.
impossibly.
Yeah, neck kind of...
And the horse stands up like a human when it comes time to do some fucking.
Some horse
Yep.
fucking going on.
That's because
right.
they watched us.
Yeah.
They're
One more.
like,
One more.
I want to see one trying to lay the horse on its back and do it human style.
I wonder if horses do donkey punches.
Here's the last bit of the story.
Ah.
He didn't resist or fight back or deny. Now, he kept apologizing to me. He said,
did.
if I hurt you, ma'am, I'm sorry.
Vereen is now behind bars.
Ben
His
Vereen?
brother says he has mental problems
No.
and may
Yeah,
not
really?
have been taking his medicine.
I'd like to see him get some help, but I also want him kept behind bars when he's getting the help.
Really?
There it is.
Well,
Oh, my God. How are we just watching horse fuck videos?
He
Look at
did
him
kept
go.
apologizing to me.
God,
Did he? You
that-
fucking past tense not using correctly, stupid retard with a fucking horse.
Horses just don't look like they're made for fucking. The hooves, you don't have any
No, yeah, it's almost like they.
hands to hold
Yeah, you
on.
can't
That's
grab
the
onto
thing.
nothing.
Isn't that weird? It's like
Yeah,
they made
it's-
him wrong. Like, wouldn't they just be? Wouldn't the fucking be the first thing you when you design an animal?
Yeah,
Just to make
like-
sure that you can keep making them, you make them so that they can fuck.
Yeah, so they can fuck
Why
easier
are they
than that?
awkward when they fuck?
That should be an egg-laying animal.
Yeah.
That's like, it should just be, I know
Horse
it's a
egg.
mammal, but it should just be an egg-laying animal. It's not built for fucking.
What is it? What is this?
Oh, they're doing that weird mouth thing when they smell. Is that a Shetland pony or something? Still
going
hung like a
nuts.
motherfucker. These horses. Jesus Christ. How do giraffes fuck? Find some giraffe fucking videos. That's got to be impossible.
You're not going to find giraffes.
That's
fucking,
got to
are
be.
you?
Danny finds anything.
Giraffes
If,
fucking.
if,
Come on.
if there's fucking to be had, Danny will find it.
Come on. Here we go.
Giraffe fucking. Actually, they're
Takes-
built a little
so
wedge-like,
it's just-
so it's.
Takes seconds.
How the fuck do they get this done?
The weird
Now
thing
the
that
giraffe is just standing behind him.
The rocks behind them look like they're gonna fuck too. It's weird. It's a
It
really
is, isn't it?
strange image.
Where is this? Like Disney's
That's them. That's how they
fucking
fuck.
Animal
Oh, here he goes.
Kingdom?
Hey!
Did he just shove it in and that was it?
Holy shit.
It had to be
Look up
one
giraffes
thrust.
fucking today.
One thrust that took a tenth of a second.
Wow. He was.
Damn.
He just pushed everything forward.
What's that about?
Did you ever see that video? It's a lot of people have watched it of the like the wild. What do you call those animals that got antlers? Fuck.
Oh, elk or
Say some kind
deer?
of weird
Rams.
bison or something by a river in Africa, and these cougars come and attack them.
Yeah.
Did you ever see this video? And then they end up
Antelope.
fighting with an alligator. That whole
Oh,
thing.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
one of the
yeah.
greatest
Oh, yeah.
things I ever saw.
The alligator comes out of like nowhere.
Yeah,
Well,
but then
could just be drinking water.
the elk come back and then they fight back. It's crazy. It's
Yeah,
one of the coolest things I ever saw.
and there's really no way for them to win.
I forget. No, but they do.
The elk win
Yeah,
against
one of the
an
coolest things I
alligator?
ever saw.
I'd take the alligator over the elk any day. UFC style. Alligators are good grapplers. You got to get them on the ground. They're not good on their feet.
Louis, she's still on TV.
What, you know?
What?
Louis, she's still on
Jesus.
TV.
What is she?
Yeah.
You're on pretty good terms with your dad.
Who
Great
gives a
terms with my
shit?
Let's hear from the home, can we?
Sure.
Here we got some sound.
Sure.
The whole.
You've been married to somebody for 23 years and you're crazy and in love with them. You've had children with them. You know, it's a situation.
Nobody
that,
gives a
you
shit.
wish
You're
for the
one
best, but
fucking
we've,
human
you know,
being.
We had so many
You're
tough
one.
things going
Oh,
on. You know,
who
with
cares?
business And, situations that happen that you know we just got torn apart.
He's talking like he's the fucking president. Like this is how seriously we take this.
He has been doing this for a long time, so I think he's
What, wasting America's time? Jesus.
I think maybe
And she's at the point now where she just has to talk about
Yeah, and they're
her
all
father.
being so serious, and we're all supposed to focus on their fucking relationship.
That he was younger.
Yeah.
But your dad dated a younger woman.
True, but when you're 34 versus 19 years old, it's a big difference. You know, I think it kind of just common sense has to kick in.
Look at the two of them listening.
And I got over the age thing, but I
intently.
think it's just that, you know, my gut tells me he's not good for her. I think it's pretty obvious.
And
so.
they're talking about it on
Plus, I
national.
can't
This is a
really,
fucking
you know,
personal
get along with
relationship.
someone
News
ever
show,
who's
by the
tried
way.
to put my
This
dad
Yeah,
down.
this is the news, right?
Yeah.
Right. What about this? Was there pressure? I mean, self-imposed pressure. You got cameras there. They want to take pictures of something. They want to show. They want drama. Was that somehow? Did that influence you to create these
Good
moments,
question.
perhaps?
Good
You know,
question.
maybe add a little
Nice
spice
work.
when
It's kind of embarrassing because we
Nice.
asked all these
You know
questions yesterday.
Yeah, of course we did. Why wouldn't we?
But you keep
Created
flaming on
an
Lou.
album about it. So
We
yeah.
deserve it.
That's the
Damn.
hag she's
And
gonna
this
look like.
fucking footage like it's newsreel footage.
Pressure
Hulk
on
is in a
our existing
tuxedo with a
situation,
black
so.
bandana on his head.
the album, does it bring back painful memories, or
Oh yeah, that was good. Good.
When I listen
Yes,
to the song "Dear Mom," it does bring back memories.
Does
And
it really?
I listen to it, I'm like, I can't
You
believe.
know, the
I
song
wrote
Dear
that. I
Mom.
can't believe I felt
making
those
money
feelings,
off the
and it's
situation.
still shocking
Yeah.
because I'm like, it's my mom. I love her.
Oh
you
my
know?
God! Let's so let me go on this
But
show
the
and
rest of
talk
the
about her.
album's happy. So,
How
bring
much
back-
I'm a
time?
naturally
Oh.
happy person. You can't really get me down.
Tell us about
Really?
your
What if I
reality
piss in your
show.
hair? Will that get you down?
Sunday
Fucking
night,
idiot!
It's on VH1 at 10 p.m.
Jesus
And,
Christ!
it'll be running. I think there's 2 or 3 more episodes left, so try to catch it. It's really awesome. We're still filming.
You're not going to be able to say
having
Louis
fun
C.K.
doing
because
it.
all the shows are sold
Knows
out.
best.
I'm sorry.
Brooke Hogan, thank
Caroline,
you so much.
maybe
Brooke Hogan,
maybe
thank you
take
so
a
much.
And if I could do a little shout out, go
Yes.
to brooksworld.com.
Listen.
My website.
That's
what are you
great.
going to tweet about us today,
I feel weird about my mom's relationship with Here's my
I'm
website.
going to steal one of your tickets.
Okay, you got it. You can have some.
Vaginal problems?
We can do more than that. How about a mug? Okay, it's a t-shirt. Lou, give her the works. All right, thank you so much.
That was good when you said give her the works.
Lou's our cameraman.
We look at what the highlights were from yesterday's show on the
This
Wendy
guy's
Williams
a
show.
douche.
She has some friendly advice to a woman in her audience.
Is that right?
Love you for watching.
Oh, this monster.
I hate the monster.
The fucking Wendy Williams monster.
Well, listen.
You know,
Look at the size
Hi,
of this
Sandra. I'm her
fucking
best friend. Every
tranny.
time she gets into an argument with her boyfriend, she expects me to call
Nice
him
look.
and talk to him about it. Yes, and I feel very uncomfortable with that because I don't want to get
Wendy
involved.
Williams
No.
is a man.
What do
I don't even understand
You
what
tell
this
her
is.
that you are a practicing adult, and practicing adults stay out of grown people's business, and
Okay.
she needs to grow up.
Okay.
Don't you do that anymore.
I won't.
You're correct. She's wrong. Tell her like it is, Wendy.
What is going
We're
on?
done. We're
I
done.
thought I saw the limit years ago.
No, I
And
know.
they go,
I thought so,
she
too.
tells it like it is.
I thought when those shows came on, it was like this will won't last. But it's like 15 generations in to all of this
And
stuff.
still, they're just when you thought back to like
You know, I was on this fucking radio show that's probably in this building.
Who cares? You're beating us up.
Bubba, what is this guy?
Oh, Bubba the Love Sponge?
Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, so here's my experience.
Sucks.
I do radio all the time.
Yeah.
On the phone because I'm on the road. Last 3 years, constantly on the road. So I have to do radio to support the dates.
Yeah.
And I never know. I get an email saying, "Here's your radio itinerary for the week." I never read it. It comes down to I'm walking down the street with my kids, and my phone rings, and I'm on the radio somewhere in America. I don't fucking know. It doesn't really matter.
no, why would it?
No, and it's funny to me when people like they go, "Hey, we're calling in from whatever, Baltimore." Oh, okay, Baltimore. Oh, you didn't even know where we are? No, I fucking didn't.
Why am I supposed to know
You think
that?
I'm training like Rocky all year for one date in Baltimore? I'm doing Baltimore's 1 in fucking 5 dates that week.
1 out of the 5 cities, yeah.
But anyway, Bub, I guess so. I get a call. Hey, we're coming in a minute. I don't even know what show. I go, oh, okay. I guess I'm on the radio. So then I'm on hold for a while, and then this guy comes on who I don't know who the fuck he is, and he goes, "Hey, sorry, we made you wait for a while there, but we had the Hulkster on." And I go, "Okay." I'm not really aware that Hulk is what he's doing or whatever. Yeah. So it's this guy, Bubba, the Love Sponge, and he goes, yeah, you got to understand that we made you wait because of Hulk, right? I mean, you get why we would do that, wouldn't you? And I go, listen, I wasn't even really aware I was waiting. I just...
Yeah,
The phone just rang.
I'm not listening. I was listening to hold music. I wasn't listening to you. And he goes, yeah, okay, but what's your take on what's going on with Hulk? And I go, I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean you don't know? The Hulkster is getting screwed by this gold digger. And I go, I really don't know anything about that. And I don't really pay attention to what's happening to celebrities. I don't care. And then he gets offended. And he says, oh, I get it.
Oh, I
get it. You comedians get to just leap around a stage being a jackass, while I have to sit here and be responsible to my listeners.
Are you shitting
No, I'm not
me?
kidding.
What?
Like, he takes it as like a personal responsibility to know what's going on
He's a stupid
in
hillbilly.
Hulk's personal life.
While you have
Stupid
the
hillbilly.
bells on your hat and your toes.
Right.
And
Yeah,
you're just,
exactly. I'm just being a douche
Yeah,
on stage.
yeah.
And this guy is like fucking holding up a standard.
Yeah, we can list all the responsible things he's done with his radio show,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah.
He's a hack
No,
hillbilly.
it went downhill. It turned into him hanging up on me and going, "You're no Joe Rogan," and then he hung up on me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was just ridiculous.
Well, you're not.
I'm not a Joe Rogan at
will
all.
Kick your ass.
We're very different human beings
Oh, here it
in
is.
a lot of ways.
You're no Joe Rogan because you suck.
Yeah, and then I called back and we got into it. It was fucking stupid.
What an asshole
But
he is.
the thing, yeah, I mean, the whole dispute I had with him that ended up hanging, I didn't even care about that. The thing that I remember is the idea that that's some kind of a serious responsibility to
Yeah.
be up on all this reality show shit.
Yeah.
He's like being he deserves the Edward R. Murrow Award
Award for
for
telling people
really
what the Hulkster's up
being
to.
prepared for the Hulk interview.
Hey, I got
fucking asshole.
Douche.
I got what was said. So,
What was-
so you call back, Bubba.
Yeah.
Hello, and Louis says, "Listen, man, if you have to be such a little baby that you just have to have your phone has to always work and no one can say anything to you, and you make your little cracks as you hang up on me like you can't say it and keep me on and see what I have to say about it. I was trying to." You were being cowardly and babyish, childish, and very, very silly. That's what I would say. Now, if I were acting childish, babyish, and silly, I wouldn't have allowed you to call me that because I knew this was going to happen. You allowed me back on because I called in. You didn't plan this. Oh, I don't have to put you back on. In my initial plan, I changed it midstream, bitch, and I decided to put you back on. And Louis, oh, okay, I'll give you credit for that. Okay, thank you. You have a great day and good luck on your shows. And then Louis fucking said, okay, you're no Howard Stern. And then this fucking hillbilly goes, no, but I work for him, and you're no Joe Rogan, and you don't work for him, bitch.
Why would I work for Joe Rogan?
And then he goes,
work for
and
Joe
then he goes,
Rogan,
and your
by the
show
way?
got canceled after a year, and I'm glad. Really? You're glad that a show like fucking Louis got canceled? That was a great
Hilarious.
show. It had nothing to do with
I'm glad I got canceled too. I wouldn't be fucking nominated for an Emmy if I was
show
so
had
lucky, Louis.
a very good following. They just decided
Yes,
to pass.
doesn't matter.
If he didn't,
Yeah, you're past that, obviously.
It doesn't matter,
And You're
yeah.
now Emmy nominated for
If
your
Bubba
stand-up
didn't have
special.
his fat head buried so far up Howard's asshole, he wouldn't be working for this company anyway. So
No, the
shut
thing.
the fuck up.
The reason he got mad at me is because my bit that I did on Conan about everything's great and nobody's happy, and about airplanes and how
It's a brilliant bit.
nobody cares anymore that we have amazing
Right,
phones
right.
and airplanes.
Yeah.
It was just a bit that caught fire, and it was huge. So his guy that works on his show, Bubba, he really loved the bit and asked me to do it. So he was like, tell me, do some of it, like on the air. Okay, so I start talking about how phones, you should be happy that they work. And Bubba goes, well, I don't know, when my phone doesn't work when I get mad when my phone doesn't work, I'm a pay customer. So he just
This
he
isn't
walks
a discussion.
No, but also he walked right into the teeth of the bit. The bit is what whiners people are. So he starts whining. So he goes, I go over a bridge every morning on the way to work, and the phone cracks out halfway across the bridge, and I go, you can't stop talking during a ride across a bridge? Like, what was so important? Who even cared what you were saying when it cracked out? What is it? He goes, wow, I was making a deal. I was making money for America. I'm like, no, you weren't. You were whining about something else to somebody else. I went after him. Because that's how the bit works.
Yeah.
And he got really mad and said, yeah, you're no Joe Rogan, and he cut me off. And then he bitched to his people that I was, he was like, yeah, well, don't do your bit to me. This is my show. He's just one of those spoiled brat radio guys.
He's an asshole.
Don't do your comedy at me. This is my show. He just got insulted personally.
You know what it is with him? He's failed for so long trying to make a name for himself.
I
He
know
never
nothing
really
about
got that that name for himself, that he's so bitter and miserable to anyone with any bit of success.
He did make a name for himself. Bubba the Love Sponge.
Yeah. What a great
fucking name is that to
What a
make
great
for
name.
yourself?
It's his
Literally
legal-
made
it's
a
his
name
legal
for
name.
himself.
It's his legal name, too.
And it's a stupid name.
Horrible. What an asshole.
No, that's why I said you're such a baby that you need your phone to work and no one can say anything to you.
Now we get it, totally.
Yeah.
So,
Fuck him.
You don't like doing radio shows, do you, Lo?
I love it when it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a great way to spend time when it's a good time. This is the only show I actually enjoy doing. I mean, I don't...
When you get...
But,
yeah.
I mean, out of all the radio shows you do, the percentage of shows that are fun to do?
One. I mean, literally, I probably do 100 a year, and you guys is
There's
the
gotta
one
be-
that's good. Literally 1%, 1 out of 100.
Jesus.
No,
They
there's
all
some...
have- they all have that, pat format thing that you
Yeah.
got to do. You got to play to their rules and everything. It's like, fuck no. Let's
Just come in and be funny and
There's
hang out.
people that
hang
know...
out.
When I did that movie, Ricky Gervais's movie, this side, well, it's called The Invention of Lying now. But the Entertainment Tonight or one of those shows came. I don't even know which one. Extra, whatever.
Yeah, one of them doesn't matter.
Doesn't fucking matter.
No.
And they asked to talk to all of us. So they talked to me and Ricky, and Jennifer Garner was there. So they did me and Ricky first. And I went up and just got into shit with the woman. I ended up getting in an argument with this lady. She's just asking me these weird... And I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? Like, I didn't understand how the thing operated, She was like... said something about my weight or something. I'm like, you're going to call me fat on your show? What,
Yeah, what the
what's
fuck are
wrong
you-
with you? And she's like, what? And it was a mess. And then Ricky sat down. Ricky's a pretty smart guy, and he ends up going, what on earth is that supposed to mean? And Ricky gets in a fight with a woman.
Pardon me.
That's all right. What happened?
Shit.
Where did she?
Holy fuck! A
Dude,
person in the anus.
Who was she? She from the front too.
God.
Dude, she was really cute.
You know who she is, Danny?
Who was that? Yeah, find out. Do some recon.
You're
Find
right,
out
Lou?
everything. Find out everything.
You're right, Lou?
Oh my God!
The back of your head just hit the microphone.
I just
You all right?
Oh, do you know? Of course, Sam knows.
Sam knows?
Sam knows. Who is that?
Who's that?
That's one of Cavino and Rich's intern. I think it's Cavino's cousin.
Oh my God!
Well, how about we get her to intern for our show?
Yeah.
What
do you guys want me to go grab her?
Why don't you make her the program director?
And bring her in on the show. I'm just kidding, guys.
Yeah, let's talk to her. let's talk to her for a couple of seconds.
We're gonna fuck up everything. You know that.
Yeah, let's talk to her for a couple of seconds. See this? Oh my God!
Look at Sam running.
He's running with
And he
that.
runs with those feet too.
Yeah, he's got floppy
He's got
feet.
like duck feet.
It's like clown shoes when he runs.
actually see him intercept.
Yeah. Look at this. Here comes the intercept. It's 10 miles. We
how far that hallway is.
It's like
He's out of breath already.
completely across the building. Like, hey, could you? Opie and Anthony want to talk to you. Would you come on the show for a minute?
Can you come over?
They want to talk to you for a minute. Yeah, she came walking by this way. I saw her coming through this way and was like, "Who the fuck is that?"
You're gonna make a. You're gonna. You know
what?
You're gonna
play?
make a move. A little play. Make a little play.
I don't know.
Lou, you dating?
That's sort of not the last few, month or so, but I was, yeah.
You were doing all right out there?
Yeah, man. Young girls like weird guys.
Yeah.
Turns out.
And that's
I've
something.
learned a lot from divorce.
Yeah.
Young
yeah.
women take it in the ass. I had no idea that shit was going on. When I was a kid, it was like, I don't know, maybe if you, like a woman that was a hooker and now she's 45, she might let you fuck her in the ass.
Yeah.
But women in their 20s, women in their early 20s are like,
it's just a prerequisite.
Change the subject.
Hi.
Hi, we got it.
How are you?
What's your
How are
name?
you?
What's your name?
My name's Jamie.
Jamie.
Hi,
we,
Jamie.
We had a real important show going on, and then you walked by, and we don't even remember what we were talking about.
You
Changed the
derailed the
program.
program.
Yeah.
Aw, you're sweet.
Derailed the
Thanks.
show. You came walking by this way, and it was like,
I'm not even wearing heels
who
today.
the fuck is that? Okay, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
Aw, it's great to meet
Like,
you guys.
who is that? Now, where the hell did you come from?
I actually.
Where in holy hell did you
Where
emerge
in
from?
Goddamn hell did?
Yeah, basically, most of the broads around here. Ugh,
Well,
not much to look at.
I was interning with another channel, and now I'm with my cousin Steve Cavino on the Cavino and Rich show.
Really?
Yeah, I'm having a good time
Where-
too.
Where's your cousin? Because we're making a trade. Sam,
Is
you're,
he
Sam, you're
overprotective?
done.
I would love to work with you guys.
Holy
you know what?
I'll give you my
See?
schedule.
How easy that is,
Sam,
fellas.
why don't you get on
Wow.
mic and say goodbye to the Opie and Anthony audience?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm very valuable to
Take
the
it
show.
easy,
Say
Sam.
goodbye.
I'm
Say
very-
goodbye.
Say goodbye,
Just
Sam.
goodbye. Just
There's other
goodbye.
guy-
Just
you're on
goodbye.
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 Kenny,
Goodbye.
where's Kenny? Drag
Goodbye.
Sam out.
No,
By
I don't
his
wanna go.
fucking afro.
Kenny, you know how much I
No.
do.
Yeah,
Say
Kenny,
goodbye
get
to
him
the
out.
audience.
Get him out. Just get him out.
Goodbye,
You're
Sam.
done.
Alright.
You're done.
Have fun on the Maxim
So
channel.
done.
Yeah,
So
go
long.
ahead. There he goes.
There you go.
Bye, Sam.
So how long
Oh,
have you
I
been with
feel
them?
so bad.
Don't feel
Just
bad.
probably a couple weeks. I
Yeah,
think.
because I've
Yeah.
seen you around. You'd have been like noticed.
You think?
Yeah, you'd have been noticed.
You don't know you're hot?
You got. Well,
Yeah, she
You gotta
knows.
know you're
she
hot.
does. No.
She knows.
She goes to like a bar and everybody's like, "Oh,
She's not wearing a sweater.
Right.
She knows she looks
Like
good.
I know I'm an asshole. You gotta know you're hot.
Well, thank you. I try to keep a good head on my shoulders.
Yeah.
You
Just
don't-
trying to lurk around, the
No,
studios
you don't even have to
and find my
You got
place here,
you got a boyfriend?
so- No, I don't actually.
Oh.
I don't.
Oh, do you go out a lot?
I try to. I work a lot now since I'm interning
Do ya?
here.
That's
so
good.
yeah, so
What do you
I
got?
bartend.
You have a regular job too? You bartend?
Yeah, I do. So
Oh,
it's
cool.
kind of like going out.
Is
Only
it-
the
it
guys
is.
can't really hop behind the bar and get you.
Well,
they
can,
must
but-
just like.
They gotta keep behind the bar. It's a
I
rule.
think every girl I've ever gone out with has been a bartender, and they like.
It's good
you know,
money.
You go there,
Good,
it's good
quick money.
But some of the guys you're dealing with there are like, woof. They just do not let up. They don't let up. Do you?
It's true. I used to be a shot girl, like the cocktail waitress
Oh,
thing,
yeah,
and that was
yeah,
a lot more invasive. I'm like, yeah, sure, you can see my butt cheeks if you give me $100, you know?
Yeah, grabbing.
It's terrible.
Is that price still on the market?
Yeah, it's a
Figured
little
I'd-
bit, it's a little more invasive.
Yeah.
But I like bartending though. It's good.
Yeah, what?
How old
not
are you?
exactly, but
I live at the Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore.
Yeah, I'm 24.
24?
Yeah.
That's the surprise, isn't it?
I get mistaken.
She looks
for
like
younger.
19. Yeah, you look like 19.
Yeah, you probably get.
Depends on what I'm wearing, you know.
Yeah.
Like if I have like
What
a
makes you
shirt
look-
with the sleeve showing, people are like, "Oh, you're like
Yeah.
a little bit older." So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Also,
that we
could,
fired Sam for
could you take a picture?
She's like a celebrity.
Then I put it on my.
Hilarious.
I know.
I put it on
Where
my-
is it? Where are all these pictures
I put it on my
going?
classmates and say you're my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay. I should have worn heels today. See? I should try to listen.
No, it's okay.
This is what happened to Anthony. He wants everybody to think.
You just get one for. So I put it on classmates, and I have a different girlfriend.
Should I bite his nipple?
Ooh.
Wow.
Well, if you want, sure.
Thank you.
Oh, you
well,
guys,
no,
thank
you
you so
can still
much.
hang out.
Oh, okay.
I know you want to meet Seth Rogen?
We actually, I saw him, but he walked right past me.
Why would he walk?
Wow,
past
he must
me?
be
A
gay.
homo?
I don't know. I
well.
think he was. I think
I'm
he was
gonna
in
say
a
it right now,
rush.
Seth Rogen's a homo.
Are you guys interviewing him now?
I think we're supposed to.
Yeah, we
Are
might
you?
we might blow him off for you though.
Cool. Well,
Oh,
I would
yeah.
love to hang out and just shake his hand.
Yeah.
He's my favorite.
Why not?
I
your
came in
favorite
early
what?
today just to meet him.
Did
so
you?
I did.
And he didn't even notice you.
No.
He's your
no.
favorite
They
what?
get so jaded.
He's my favorite, like, comedian. I don't
Yeah.
know, actor.
They get jaded.
But he's funny as hell, so so I like him.
Is he still your favorite, even though he didn't say anything to you when you walked by?
I don't know. It depends. He's got second chance. If he doesn't, then I
Hey,
don't know.
Louis had a very good observation. Louis is dating, and you had a nice observation about a young girl.
Did he?
Yeah. Didn't you, Lou? Or you have?
I was telling them that I was.
Or do you have amnesia?
I'm
right now?
interested.
Are you?
I am. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
turns out, and I didn't expect this, that young girls take it in the ass now and again. And I didn't know that.
You know what? They really do.
They do, right?
Really do.
They do. See, I had a feeling I could say that
It's
to you.
terrible
There wouldn't be a problem.
because I even
It's
if
terrible.
I even,
Like it's
even if
happening
I
out in the
did,
streets.
I wouldn't talk about it.
Like it
I
stops
wouldn't be like,
traffic.
"Hey guys,
Yes.
I got it in the butt yesterday." You
Yeah.
know?
Keep it to yourself, right?
Yeah. I
Well,
wouldn't
it's just
talk
that they
about it.
offer it up a
special.
lot more easily, and it's like I got an extra cigarette, like offered like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, I take it in the ass, by the way, if you're interested.
I know it's so strange.
And
to
I'm
me.
like-
it's the pornography
Yeah.
industry. They ruined
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
I think
My
that's true.
God.
I think that's why.
And guys always ask too. You know.
Yeah.
Do they? I
They
never
always
asked once a girl if she'd let me fuck her in the ass. Never.
Yeah.
And I
You're a
haven't done it
gentleman.
still because I
That's
don't
great.
really.
Yeah. Jeez. Stay in for Seth Rogen.
I love that that's
All
the
right,
line.
cool. Thanks
That's
for
what,
grabbing me.
No, no,
guys.
stay right there. Bring in
right
Seth.
here?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's what makes you a gentleman is that you don't ask a woman to let
Yeah.
you fuck her in the ass. That's a really nice
Would
line.
it ever be a
man?
problem?
Hey,
what's up, maybe give you a call and hang out.
Yeah.
Who?
You, me.
Seth-
Oh no, let's hang out.
Would that be cool?
Absolutely.
Would you
yeah.
put your number in my phone?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
We got to explain to Seth Rogen. Of course, you know Louis C.K., Opie and Anthony.
Did I walk into a date rape?
Can I do it afterwards?
What's happening?
Can I hear?
It's a soft
yeah,
date
yeah,
rape.
okay. Because I can call it.
Oh, yeah, it's
Yeah.
call it.
Okay.
gotcha.
It's
So-
easier.
It's more of a lunch date
cool.
rape.
Seth, we just
Sorry,
learned.
Seth. Try and,
We just learned that she's a new intern on the
Yeah.
Maxim channel.
Yes.
We just fired this guy
They just
to bring
they,
her
they
aboard.
dragged him out.
And Louis just got some info out of her. A good review, so
Yeah, I hope
71%
so.
positive. That's nice.
I'm gonna go
That's a
see
nice
it.
number. Yeah, we're all gonna go see it.
Not bad. Thank you.
Cool, man. Seth,
Yeah, man.
thanks.
Fucking
Thanks
Cheers,
for tapping
gentlemen.
in.
Please
Thank you
come
very
back.
much.
Yeah.
I will.
All right.
Yeah,
We'll-
yeah. Next movie.
Exactly.
All right, we'll be back.
Thank you,
Opie.
guys.
Fucking Louis C.K. That's what I say today. Opie and Anthony. Fucking that Catherine Hagel line.
Oh my
during
god.
the Seth Rogen interview was
Oh, my
one for
God.
the ages.
I really that was totally honest
Yeah.
because I see that poster of her.
The new movie, the chick flick.
Well, she's the new Sandra Bullock.
Right.
She's the new fucking unfunny. Fucking here she is in a comedy. How the fuck did she get a comedy?
Right. We lost Dan.
Like an institutional.
No, I was going to say. I was going to say we lost you. I think you're already texting to your new girlfriend.
No, I didn't. I'm not texting.
All right.
No, no.
Continue, Louis. I'm sorry. I just didn't know where that was.
I had to adjust a setting.
We're
It's
Set it to-
adjusting a setting.
Louis, there's so many ugly broads
Yeah.
here that when one comes by the window like that.
No, see, that girl was office cute. She was office cute. Go up to her in the break room with your heart fluttering. Is there any way we could go out? And she says, sure. And you're like, I can't believe it. Then you get her outside the building and you go, can we go back in the building? I got work to do, you fucking pig.
Jesus.
There's the poster you're talking about. Getting back
Where
to
is
the.
it? Oh, yeah, look at that.
Catherine
Ha ha. You
Heigl
fucking
and
assholes.
I've been going off on
The
these
ugly truth.
covers,
Nothing
these
makes
video
me-
covers
yeah.
of posters for months now. I can't take the stark white background,
Yeah.
the girl with the and the guy with the smug kind of, and there's so many of these.
But see, the guy has the heart over his crotch, and she
Oh,
has it near
see?
her brain because, see, we.
This is what we're
think
trying to
differently.
say is that men, you gotta shake your finger at a man.
Yeah.
He's a mess.
Yeah.
Shut up, phone.
Say your command. And then you know what happens? I love these movies where it's the girl and the guy, and they're thrust together through some circumstance. And boy, they hate each other. Oh my God, they can't spend a minute with each other without arguing.
Ugh. No, like fucking George Clooney and what's her stupid face?
Yes.
Yes. And they're in a cab and they're, I can't stand her. I can't stand him. I wonder if they're going to fuck each other in their stupid cunts later.
There's another one. Gee,
There's another one. No reservations. Back to back.
And then
their
there's
backs
then
are
there's a
touching
moment.
and they're looking at each other with a smirk.
That's how they all are.
Don't you just love that? That's men and women.
Then
You
there's a
gotta
moment.
live with them and with women.
There's a moment where they it's midway through the movie where it's like, I think they're
Wait
going to
a
hook
minute.
up. I think
Something's
they're
going
gonna,
on
I
here.
think, oh no, monkey wrench thrown in the works. And they were so close to actually getting together, but now they hate each other more than ever. But they're starting to realize
There it is, another
there's
one.
So much
Back
in
to
common.
back.
Pretty
Back
Woman.
to back, white back. Does Hollywood fucking have any sense of originality,
God
or do
damn
they
it.
just do the same thing over and over and over again?
No, and when you see movies like that, I just see the executives over at their video monitor during the takes, and she's like crossing her eyes and falling down. And the executives are like, she's funny, she's really funny.
That's
see,
funny.
not only nerdy, ugly people are funny, pretty people are too. Like, that's like the big code crack.
Yeah.
Is that they desperately want, like when you're in high school, either you're a fucking dumb jock that gets to fuck the vacant cunt blonde, or you're the fucking clever, kind of gnarly looking but clever dude who fucking gets into her pussy through her brain.
Right.
It's one or the other. But the thing in Hollywood is that they're all, even the executives are good-looking people. The executives are all popular, good-looking people, and they desperately want to find. It's like Muslims looking for a blonde guy that'll go on an airplane with a bomb. They'll never get it. They'll just never get it.
That's the ideal person.
The most they could get is like giving that Mohammed Atta guy like a haircut and he's got this awkward smile. But today he would never get on now.
No.
But they're
need a
trying to
blonde.
get a good-looking woman who's fucking funny. But why would she be? She didn't have to be. She
Didn't have to be. Anything she said, people would laugh at. It's not funny.
No, not in
but
the
they
least.
would laugh.
But
Just
that,
trying to get
or
in their
good,
pants.
same thing with the guys. He's fucking, George Clooney.
Yeah.
Him and Brad Pitt, when they try to do comedy, and they just talk like this, and they do it really fast, and they just and they make little jokes, and they're not funny.
Like any of the Ocean's movies.
Oh,
are
horrible.
Like, what the fuck is that? I don't understand.
Here's 11 people who fucking suck. That's what those movies are called.
should be the title.
Here's 12 people who
That should
fucking
be the
stink.
title.
Yes.
What was the last good movie you saw, Lou?
But by the way, the original Ocean movies were like fucking
fantastic.
Don Rickles and
Yeah.
Dean Martin
Yeah,
and these
yeah.
weirdos who were fucking funny as
Really
hell.
funny guys.
Sammy Davis Jr. was not popular in high school. He got the shit kicked out of him
Right.
by large white people. And now, he got his eye literally kicked out.
But they, yeah.
Literally.
Then you could have, like you said, George Clooney and stuff, just who never had to work at it a day in his fucking life.
Pay people to say they're funny.
What was the last good movie you saw? Or funny movie, even? 'Cause what's going on in
shit.
Hollywood obviously drives you nuts.
I don't even give anything a chance anymore.
You don't even try.
I
to
never
watch
really
movies.
go. Well, I rent Crazies. Oh my God! Oh my
Ghost of
God!
Girlfriend's
Again,
Past.
the back-to-back,
dude. And
It's
look,
formula.
she's got a hold on. He's got the smile on, like I'm my own guy. I'll fuck whatever I want. And she's holding it by the scruff.
That's
going,
what you think.
I got you. Ugh.
P.U.
P fucking you.
P
God damn it.
fucking
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you, the best movie I've seen recently
I wanna
was
hear this.
a French movie called The Pianist, or The Piano Teacher.
Piano teacher.
Piano Teacher.
Piano teacher.
There's this woman,
Doesn't
and
sound
she's
very good, Louis.
No,
From
it doesn't
from
sound very
French
good.
and the title, I'm going, wow.
All right,
Where's
I'm
Louis
going to
going?
ruin it for you so that it's
Okay.
worth talking
Subtitles?
about. Yeah, it's a
You have
French
to
movie.
read?
Yes, The Pianist.
Oh, fuck that reading shit.
French
Reading.
woman, and she's a piano teacher at like a high-end academy in Paris. And you think you're just watching a movie about a woman who's a really tough teacher, and she's very cruel to students that aren't good enough, that kind of thing. And she's very weirdly mannered, and she has her tea, one of these just like really strict, unsmiling French woman. And then you're watching this movie, it's like 20 minutes. You're like, well, this is an interesting world I'm getting to learn about. I don't know. It's fine. And then she goes into the mall, and she walks around. You're just watching her walk around the mall. And then she goes into this video store, and you realize it's an adult video store. Oh. And you're like, what's she doing in here?
Proper. Why?
She goes into a booth, like a private booth, puts coins in, and starts watching like a ass fuck, black dick, white ass, and you come around behind her and you see this in the movie. You see the full on sex, and then there's a little bin, tissue bin. She reaches in and gets a cummy tissue and smells it while she watches
Get the fuck
the
out
porn.
of here.
And you're like, what kind of a movie is this?
Fantastic.
What kind of a movie is this? The thing is that it's so beautifully shot. You're like, this is just a
nice artsy
This
film.
is an artsy movie about
nice
artists.
Glow on the cum tissue.
Yeah, with a lot of piano, and then all of a sudden she's smelling a tissue while she's watching a guy fuck a girl in the ass. And she's got the same bitchy look on her face as when she's like with the metronome.
That is
taking
amazing.
And then some young pianist guy who she hates because she thinks he's a hack, like he plays very flowery and everybody thinks he's great. But she's hot for him. And so she sees him being nice to a young girl pianist. So then you just see that. You see her observing him being nice to this young girl pianist who's about to do a recital, a student of hers. And then you see her in the cloakroom. You don't know why you're watching this. The whole movie's like this. Like, why am I watching her walk around a cloakroom? She finds a coat that she was looking for, and then she gets a glass out of the bar and she crushes it like at a wedding, a Jewish wedding, puts it in a napkin and crushes it and puts crushed glass in the girl's coat pockets. Then the girl puts her hand and just her fingers are destroyed and she can't do the piano recital.
What?
This woman is this psychotic, horny, crazy bitch.
People saying the movie was brilliant but very slow. I guess that would be the walking around part.
Yeah, if you're a fucking American retard that watches Mel Gibson movies, it's slow. If you fucking take a breath, stop watching Hulk Hogan's fucking show. You might enjoy life.
Something different.
No,
right?
because I knew that right when Louis said so I'm like, this is nice. I'm getting to know this world.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't just learn that
You know
in
what?
a 2-second clip. It
takes a while.
But I go to the artsy theater, so I totally get that. You're like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm learning about something
Right.
I would have never learned about.
Right.
And then she's
all of
smelling
a
a
sudden,
cum rag.
Yeah, well, then it gets to something you know all about.
It's
Fantastic.
sick. It's a sick, twisted
Now
movie.
I want to see the movie.
It's one of the best movies I've ever seen, honestly.
Wow.
And I see a lot of movies. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Fucking
go
good.
see that today.
That makes
Good.
my favorite movies.
What's your favorite movie?
Like, I feel like an asshole for them being my favorite
Police
movies. because
Academy
it's
3?
not that. No, 2 was good. But no, I like Sling Blade. I always thought was really good. I thought Billy Bob Thornton.
What about a recent really good one?
And then recently, I really liked the Prestige. I liked that movie.
Fuck, I still
With
haven't
the,
seen that
That was
goddamn
pretty
movie.
good.
Yeah,
That was
there's
pretty
a weird
good.
little twist there in the whole thing, and
That was pretty
Christian
well
Bale
done.
was good in that one.
Christian Bale's good.
Yeah. So those I liked. Yeah, there's no real, stupid. Astronaut Farmer was fucking killer.
Oh, horrible.
That was great. And I look at something like Sling Blade, and written, directed, produced, everything by Billy Bob Thornton. And you go, this guy was one more of those away from being brilliant.
Yep.
Like one more, if you had one more Sling Blade in him,
Even a half a Sling Blade.
he was going to be Billy Bob Thornton, fucking, the amazing.
Oh yeah.
director,
you're so
writer,
right.
actor, and then he goes and does, Armageddon and fucking astronaut farmer and
continued all the way to Mr. Woodcock.
Mr. Woodcock and stuff, and you're like, what the fuck happened to Carl and that great dialogue and fucking it was amazing.
Yeah. I agree.
Doyle.
What do you think of
Doyle Hargrave was great in that. Like just that, and then you think like, okay, Doyle in that movie, in Sling Blade, he wrote that. Yeah, he fucking like Billy Bob. You don't think he wrote his lines too, and wrote the kids' fucking lines and the mother's lines? It's like, how the fuck you do that? Because they were such great characters, all of them, and then Mr. Woodcock and fucking.
Well, Sylvester Stallone made Rocky. He wrote Rocky, which is one of the greatest movies ever made.
Yeah.
And then he proceeded to just
and then we have
shit
to see
in the mouth of America for the next 30 years. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Officer Cobretti. Call him Cobra.
God.
Oh, fuck, Tango and Cash. Or,
Yeah.
Was he in Tango and Cash?
No, that was
the other one.
Tom Hanks?
movies.
No, that was a.
No, that was.
Yeah, it was still
Stallone.
Stallone
And Kurt Russell.
and Kurt Russell.
I was
That's
gonna-
No, you were thinking
I
of
was
the one
coming
with
up
the
with Kurt
dog.
Russell.
You're thinking of Turner and Hooch.
Turner and
Turner and
Hooch.
Hooch.
Tango and
That was,
Cash.
that was Tom Hanks.
That's good. You get them confused.
Yeah, it's weird. You got confused there.
Tango
I
and
don't know
Cash.
why.
I don't know.
Came out like
Worlds
the same year.
I think like 3 months apart
Yeah.
or something. Hey, changing gears, what do you think of Obama having the beer sit down? We're
Oh, with
going
the-
to all be talking about this tonight on TV.
Yeah, I think that was kind of a mess that he got into by saying anything about a local thing. I mean, hey, that cop that was so intelligent. I mean, that's what fucked him over.
It really did.
If the cop hadn't said anything, it would have just gone away. But that cop just said, hey, and he even said, I support the president.
I support the president. He goes,
It's a local thing, and you shouldn't get, you don't know everything that happened. Every time something, it just shows that every time something happens when nobody was there, just a private moment between two people, then everyone's wrong. Absolutely everyone's wrong. No one should say a fucking thing.
How do
'Cause
you
don't know you
preface it?
weren't there. And then nobody knows what the woman really said when she called him. Everything gets
Hearsay.
distorted because people bring their own thing. So when you start with something and then you become the president saying something
well, the president
as definitive
should know
as that
better.
was stupid.
You should know better.
But it's because, see, then nobody knows what it's like to be Barack Obama and Louis Gates Jr. If you're black, like, here's the thing with Louis Gates Jr. The thing that white people have to keep in mind, because we have different timelines in our heads. Like white people often say, I've heard so many white people say, slavery was 400 years ago. It was 130 years ago. It was really recent. People say that. Hey, we started 400 years ago. Slavery began.
We kind of mopped up.
Yeah, we got a couple centuries in.
And also
hit the lights until about
130 years ago is when it really stopped. And also, it didn't stop, and then things have been just awesome for black people since. Like, that's the last bad thing to happen to any black person was slavery 400 years ago. That's what we think. And since then, we've just been showering them with gifts since then. It ended officially 130 years ago, really continued for another 80. And then,
give or take.
The thing to remember is that if a black guy or a black woman has little gray hair at the temples, they lived in an America where they were legally barred from using certain fucking bathrooms, where the country didn't let them use the fucking bathroom. Keep your big, black, smelly cock out of this room, you fucking black bastard. Like, that was the official American law.
Right.
Was you can't pee anywhere you want, fucking coon. That's what it was like. And so you take that. So anybody that age remembers that and has had to live and go, okay, thank you for now letting me do what I should have always been able to do. Or you were raised by somebody. If anybody younger, a black person in their 30s or younger was raised by somebody who lived in an America like that.
Right.
So how do you fucking Louis Gates Jr., he's the president of fucking Harvard, and he sees a cop looking at him twice. He's like, what do I got to do? What the fuck do I got to do? So if you're the president of Barack Obama, you got Louis Gates Jr. calling you on the phone and telling you and just screaming at you, and you're like, oh boy.
Now I
'Cause
gotta
that's
say something.
guys Barack's age are raised, again, they're their parents. So for better or worse.
Which one, though? The white one or the black one?
Well, I mean, every black person is Brock. I mean, imagine what Brock gets from black people older than him. Okay, now that you're in there, you're gonna apologize for, take down the Washington Monument. He's like, look, I can't take down the Washington.
Black.
Listen, I can't take it down. Paint the White House black. I can't.
Really
Look,
can.
small moves. Fuck you. I told you if you get in there, you're painting the White House black.
Uncle Tom
Yes,
won't
I
paint
did.
the
Look.
White House black.
Ugh. When he got the call from Louis Gates Jr., he rubbed his temples and went, oh, God. I gotta say something.
I got the speech coming up here. I gotta say something.
I gotta say,
say something.
And then he
millions
prefaces
and
it by
millions of
saying,
people.
"I wasn't there,
Yes.
but now let me talk like I was,
Yeah.
and get into all kinds of trouble."
Exactly. So I think he made a mistake by saying something, but it's an understandable mistake on some level.
And it turns out the cop,
Was that Stalker Patty on Maury just now?
Yeah.
Are they still running that?
Yeah.
That thing is
that
like
episode's running today. If anybody wants to
again.
watch it.
That thing has been probably 10 times. She talks about how she. Anyway.
God bless you.
I
All right,
love-
anyway, back to the president.
But what a great angle that I haven't heard from anyone yet about Obama and the shit he has to hear from people.
What he hears from older
that
black
we
generation.
never get to hear.
No, we have no idea
But
what kind of
you
pressure
gotta
he has.
imagine those phone calls are pretty fucking brutal. Like,
you got to say something.
yeah, you got to do this for all of us.
Yeah.
I can't.
No, and part of having a black president now, it is a major difference, is that you're going to hear a perspective you're not used to hearing. That's all. And it's not always going to be right. It's going to be flawed from a black perspective. But it's just we have never.
We've never been.
You know
been in that
something?
situation.
Here's the only problem. I can wrap it up with what people believe I am. People believe I'm just a horrific racist.
I don't think you are. I don't-
Thank you, Lou.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
that.
think you're a delightful racist.
I'm very good. Now, here's the thing. I cannot stand the disproportionate amount of crime and violence in the black community amongst young black men.
Mm-hmm.
The disproportionate amount of violence, sheer, brutal fucking violence. And I'm not even talking just against, white folk. Black on black is amazing. It is amazing the willingness and quickness at which they will kill each other over nothing. And that, to me, separates. It's too separate. I can't relate to it. I don't know other people that
Did
can
you ever
relate
live in
to it.
Did you ever live in like a black neighborhood?
Yes, I lived in Central Islip. I lived on Hawthorne Avenue, if you know where that is.
But were you in like a white enclave, or
Nope.
were you in a black neighborhood?
Nope. I was in a black neighborhood with a few white kids that were petrified for their lives on a daily basis going to school. There was this kid, I can't, Keith Green, his name was, and he'd come up to me and go, "Give me 50 cents. Give me 50 cents every day." And I'd have to give him 50 cents. or it was like, when? You're getting whacked.
Fucking head roll. You have to give him 50
cents. And I was like,
it had to be 50. It literally wasn't 50.
What?
It was 50.
Yeah, and then Danny puts a picture of 50 up.
It's funny. There's a 50. There's got to be a 50 cent piece
It
at
was
some
50
point.
cent, give me 50 cents. And he'd look down at me like, give me 50 cents. Like, and I'd be petrified. I
Sure.
was so scared.
That's all he wanted was 50 cents.
Just 50
You're like,
cent.
I got $1. He's like, no,
70s
50.
though, dude. So 50 cent was
with inflation. That's
it was
it's probably
huge.
10
50
bucks.
cent was a
That
lot.
was everything. That was lunch. That was hanging out, candy after school. Everything.
All that
50
for
cent was huge.
All that for 50 cents.
Back in the day.
God damn.
Opie, back in the day. But I don't like the excuse of
Coke and a Snickers,
that
50
whole
cent
thing.
back then.
Like the whole, all right, you brought up in a black neighborhood, it's impoverished, it's this, it's that.
Well, I don't think it's that simple. I think, I lived in Roxbury for a while in Massachusetts.
Yes, another pleasant area.
Very nice. In the Parker Street I lived on Parker Street, next door to the Parker Street projects.
Wow.
My car was stolen while I was fucking a girl. Like, I was fucking a girl in my apartment, and I heard glass, like that sound of car glass breaking, that safety glass, like outside the window, and I'm like, fucking, okay, that's right outside the window.
That's my car.
And then I hear the car starting. I'm like, that's my fucking car.
Oh, jeez.
And I run out on the street and watch the car. I'm looking at the taillights of my car, and someone else is in it. And I go back and I call 911. Somebody stole my car. I can still hear it going down the Parker Street hill. And the guy goes, "You got to come in and fill out a
Yeah,
report."
it's- no,
and I go,
it's-
"Well,
but
no,
it's-
fucking send somebody here."
Right.
He goes,
Chase
"No,
it.
you have to come down to the precinct and fill out paperwork." And it's because I lived on the Parker Street projects, cops would not come
They
there.
wouldn't come there. Why
They
would they?
wouldn't come
Yeah.
there. They spent, when I grew up in Newton, Massachusetts, there's fucking cops circling our house like the president is having dinner there.
Wonderful.
Constant police surveillance
Isn't that great?
of rich neighborhoods. No, and Parker Street, my neighbors were lovely people who lived behind bars. It's like Ross Perot said in one of the debates, these people live they put themselves in prison in order to protect themselves because cops won't go to these places and the city won't fucking clean the streets
Why
because
would
they
a
don't
cop
give a
go
shit
to
about
that
those
area?
people. Yeah, because
no, it's not so much that they don't give a shit about those people. They fuck themselves by going in those neighborhoods. Cops put their lives and their careers. And
it's not the specific police. It's what resources are allocated to what places. And rich neighborhoods get more resources allocated to them than poor neighborhoods, and because that's where the tax bases
the tax is also paying for that protection. Yes.
It's really poor on poor violence, and black people have a poor look to them because a lot of them are poor and they have been historically. So it is a cycle, I think, though. I think it's a cycle.
So there's nobody that can.
If you neglect a neighborhood, everybody will.
People.
People rob and kill their neighbors. That's what people do.
Yeah.
They don't go to other areas.
Oh no, I realize very rarely it does happen, but
Yeah.
But I'm saying yes. That's why I
So-
was saying
so
black
if
on black crime is amazing. You ever watch First 48, where they got to take the first 48 hours of a murder and investigate it, and in the end,
I love those
It is
shows.
always on this show. Not only like cops, where you get to see some white trailers park trash,
Right.
beating each other's senseless. This is all black guys killing
Right.
other black guys.
Right.
The victim's black, the witnesses are black, the perp is black.
Why do you care about black on black crime, though?
I'm saying that is what makes this divide. Like I've been fucking poor. I lived in my car. I've been impoverished for many years. I wasn't able to afford food. I dug change out of like couch cushions. I lived on friends'
Whose couch
couches until
cushion?
they.
Your friend's couch and you dig the change
I
out?
dig the change out to try to buy like Hydrox cookies. I couldn't even get Oreos.
Wow.
Yeah, just to that. So I've been like in that situation, but I understand I'm not black. I have lived the whole legacy of that.
No, but I
where
don't
your
think it's
parents
just.
and
I just don't think it's that
but
simple.
I have no idea of that lifestyle where life is so fucking worthless, and violence is so prevalent, where the want for violence. Like if I got in a fight with somebody and I punched them and they fell down, I would not then stomp their head until they're dead or in a coma in the hospital or some shit like that. But that seems to be what's going on.
Well, can I just make a distinction, though?
Please.
As far as where this conversation came from.
Yeah.
Louis Gates Jr. being arrested and getting cranky about it.
Oh, right.
and that coming from his personal history being a painful one in America, understandably.
Mhm.
And rising above it, by the way, and he didn't respond to it by being a black on black violentor.
No,
he responded to it by elevating himself and running the greatest
Black Studies
the greatest
program, by the way.
university.
Which, by the way, is revisionist history a lot of
Jesus.
times, and it's an
He's the
ingrained-
president of Harvard.
Ingrained,
He
at
did it-
least
he- look, he-
mistrust of white people, if not a genuine dislike of white people.
Well, sure,
no
again,
matter
and
what the
again,
case.
again.
That 50 Cent really.
That
that
really
got
did.
to
Yeah.
you.
See,
He
and
fucked me
by
up.
the way, this is interesting because then here's this other one: is you're definitely colored, so to speak, by the fellow who asked you for 50 Cent. That was
Yes.
a fear that was put into you that you'll never forget. And I totally, and I respect and understand that.
Yeah.
That's going to mean that you're going to see all these stories differently. When you see Barack Obama saying they acted stupidly, it just is a beeline in a synopsis firing path in your brain that goes right to that guy asking you for 50 Cent. Anytime, and that's deeply ingrained in you,
But
and
if
that's
50 Cent
understandable.
was the last time I ever saw
When Louis
anything
Gates
bad.
Jr. sees a cop with his hand on the gun, on the butt of the gun, saying, "Sir, I need you to step away from your own fucking house." He just remembers. He remembers whites only fucking signs and all that stuff, and it drives him crazy. And so that's just everybody brings their own thing to it. I mean, that's. I personally think that America's working remarkably well, considering all that, considering all the wreckage of the history. It actually works pretty well.
There is no
the fact that look, people in fucking Iowa voted for Barack Obama. That means we're whether or not he ends up being a great president. I think we're coming out on top of this shit, but it's complicated.
Just
messy
the other
family.
Day, I disagree.
My father came and stayed with me for a week. Well, 2 days. It felt like a week. It was 2 days. And my dad, I have such a fucked up history with my dad. But I got through it. I got through these 2 days. I was like, hey, you know what? We made it.
We can do this.
Like, he's 72 now. I don't know how long he's got left. I'm not sure, how he's making it. He's had a tough life.
Yeah.
And so I got through the 2 days, but there were moments during those 2 days where he just did said little things that I almost fucking hit him in the face. I almost had to call 911 and go, hi, listen, I just killed my dad and I need someone to come over
take
here.
care of my kids for me, please. I like his take on that whole.
No, but
I like it.
And I'm not saying that
different.
here's the thing. I say it's understandable that certain older black people have an edge on them because of history, and then you take it to that it's an excuse for violence and murder.
Well,
but it's not. But I'm not thinking of that, and I do. But and again, it's just really fascinating that's your perspective of what's going on with you in your life.
It's not just my perspective on that. That's kind of simplistic. Because I gave you one example of something that happened, and then
the only one that matters.
But it isn't because
the only one. It's your first moment with a black man.
If that was the only knowledge I'd had of that, it would have been a forgotten memory. But it's reinforced constantly by just this unbelievably
like when you
outlandish unbalance in violent crime. And
although
who's perpetrating
informed, all of it has been informed by the first experience you had. And I'm not saying this is a flaw. This is how everybody
So
is.
I'm watching a black man pummeling an old white woman for her money on a video surveillance camera, and it's because of 50 Cent that I look at that. I should look at him like a gentleman?
No,
then
of course,
what the fuck
of course not.
What
but
does 50 Cent have to do with the way I interpret that?
You started a collection that began with 50 Cent.
But I can't. I'm not collecting. I'm being given this.
Right.
People are throwing this at me as I see from surveillance videos.
You're being thrown a lot. You're being thrown. Yes. By the way, Louis Gates Jr. I think from what I know, and I was there. I'm just going to keep adding to the mess.
You were there.
I'm just going to keep adding to the fucking mess. I was there. I am Louis Gates Jr.
I knew it.
And when I saw that cop, he acted wrongly. No matter what. Look, I got pulled over by a cop recently, and I was with my kids. This cop was a dick.
Okay.
And he was a young man. That's the thing. That's the other thing that's like everything in your life adds to what's happening in your moment. The cop in this story was a young man. When you get older and you get pulled over by a 22-year-old who likes having a gun, it just bothers you. It just bothers you as a person.
See, it shouldn't.
No, it shouldn't. No, it shouldn't. Is absolutely right.
It bothers all of us, though.
When I got pulled over by this cop recently, I had my kids in the car, and he doesn't. I know he doesn't have kids, and I don't think there's certain people where they have a kid radar, like they just have a sense of there's kids here.
Yeah.
That changes how you act, and some people are like, no, they don't. And then later they'll have kids and look back and go, oh, geez,
She have identification on her?
Yeah, exactly. He comes up to my fucking car. 2 cops. I passed a guy. A guy was drifting into the left turn lane close to an intersection.
You don't have to make it sound good for me, Louis.
So I assume that he's going to make a left, so I move to the right of him, pass him on the right, and then he changes his mind and goes into a gas station.
Oh, shit.
On the right. Mm-hmm. So I get pulled over by 2 state troopers, like they needed 2 fucking cars, and they come to each side, and they both have their fucking hands. There's the hand on the gun thing is important, but some guys do it civilly, and these guys looked fucking hostile, and my kids looked
Daytime
scared.
or nighttime?
Daytime.
Okay.
Middle of the day.
Could
9 in the morning.
Could they see you? while
Yeah,
they were walking
I'm
up to the car?
very white. I'm driving an Infinity, and it doesn't have spinning rims. There's no loud music.
Your kids are scared.
I'm a balding white man.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And my kids are like, but Daddy, you're white. So the cop comes over and he goes, you know what you did. And I go, well, I'm not sure, honestly. You passed somebody on the right. And I go, oh, well, I thought he was going, like he did that. He had his blinker on. And I go, you know what, sir? I didn't see the blinker, but I assume you're probably right. I probably had exercised some bad judgment. Like, I'm just trying to get to the fucking ticket.
Right, get to the point.
What's with that inspection sticker? How come the hole isn't punched? I don't know. I went to a gas station and got an... Yeah, you're supposed to have the hole punched. I go, was I supposed to punch it in my actual... It's just and he goes. He reaches in and rips my. He goes, "This is coming with me," and rips my inspection sticker off.
Are you shitting me?
Which is putting me now in like I got to drive around without a sticker till I get one.
That guy's a fucking asshole.
He's being an asshole.
Right.
But I still recognize that my role is respect the law, get the paperwork from him. Yes, sir. Get the paperwork.
And it looks like you got a headlight out, boy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I guess I shouldn't have had that headlight out, officer. I'm collecting information. I'm getting my paperwork. I'm going to go to court, and I'm going to fight it, and I won't pay for these tickets.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm driving around. Meanwhile, I got to worry about getting pulled over all the time because nobody has inspection stations upstate because the economy is shit. Yeah. And nobody, you go to a gas station and go, we don't do inspections anymore. Ripped it off.
What a
Didn't
prick.
wait for me to explain anything to him or whatever. Just fucking.
Well, that's just a cock.
But still, my role is to act respectful to police, and I'm sure that. So I think that Louis Gates acted. It's wrong to just start yelling. You just don't get to do that. Even if you are in your own house, even if you're being arrested for doing nothing, even if you're being totally. No, he was right. It's not fair. But but I understand it. That's.
That he doesn't want anybody to see.
Hey,
and now, look, he looks just like Louis C.K. How did that happen? Wow. E-Rock has changed himself into Louis C.K., apparently.
Hey, love.
Hi, Louis. We're just in the middle of E-Rock wearing that hat, and it only means that he did something fucked up to his hair.
He's hiding something underneath that hat.
He still thinks he's at that age and stuff where he can, like
where there's any qualitative difference between how he looks.
Yeah, like highlight his hair or something. It's like nah.
E-Rock, move closer to the guys here. Move your whole.
We want to see.
What did you do to your hair?
We don't know, but it's obvious.
Yeah, we don't know what he did. He didn't even bring it up. Sam is the instigator that came in and went, guys, just want to let you know he has to take his hat off. And Sam's like the little busybody.
Right.
He's got to be the little rat.
All right, let's see what
I don't know
got.
what else Sam could be doing besides this job.
Nah, I know. I know. He could be like a prison informant kind of a guy that winds up getting fucking killed. He'd have made a good one of those trustees in the fucking the ghetto
looking at
over there. And
you know what? Actually, my sister works for a software company, and she says it's the whole place. No one's working. Everyone's just trying to fuck each other. I mean, like trying to get each other fired.
Yeah, get each other fired to
That's all
move
anybody's
up
ever. There's barely any software going on at all.
I don't know. Yeah. Did you see the Apple documentary? They did a documentary about Apple, but it was all ex-Apple employees, and they're like, there's one guy who's like, everybody thinks Apple's all cute with their quirky little commercials. He's like, it is the most cutthroat, fucking evil.
Oh, shit.
Of course rotten.
It should be to be that successful.
Hold on, calm down and let the headliners talk. Sam also with his hair.
Who else is coming in?
He also got me there.
You shouldn't have pluralized
Don't quit fucking teaming up with Joe, okay?
All right, let's go. Let's get this over with because we got Louis C.K. in studio.
Bit here.
Explain.
I haven't done anything to my hair in many years.
Oh God, this is gonna be really uncomfortable for everybody. Did you say or his body?
I thought that since it went over so well after my last vacation using Sun-In.
You used Sun-In and you had highlights in your hair.
So I figured I'd go all in and do a complete change.
Oh my God!
No, we're going to be so uncomfortable.
What is he doing?
All right.
Oh no! You want to take a guess as to what I did?
I want to see. I want to let the Paltalk people see this too.
I pray it's at least blonde.
I think he may have He may have shaved it. What do you think? No,
I
it's
think he
winter.
dyed it.
It
I
looks
think-
shaved because I don't see a lot of lumpiness.
Yeah, a lot of lumps.
I think he fucking dyed it. I think he fucking went to see Billy Burr or something, dyed his hair red. Watch. It's going to be
think-
red
Let's
hair.
go. Let's get this over with.
I think it's something with a razor.
Can we, wait, should we bet on this?
No,
Cut or
just
color?
Let's fucking see
Yeah,
it.
let's
All
just
right.
see
Is it
I'm
cut
gonna
and
stretch
color?
this shit out.
It's cut. It might be on the sides more shaved.
What is he?
Oh,
The
shit.
1980s? Like Kid and Play? He's
It's a lightning bolt, you know.
All right, Iraq.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's unveil this.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, no!
Oh,
It's
my
it's
God.
not Richie Rich.
No.
Oh, my
He looks
God.
like in Fargo,
Oh,
the
no.
guy that fucking.
Oh, yeah.
He's the guy in Fargo that
Jesus.
shot Buscemi
We
in the
go to
back.
Pancake's house
Let's
now.
Jesus.
We
But I
go
like
to Pancakes.
you know.
Oh, my
know.
God.
Yeah, I like
You know.
pancakes.
What was that product called? Come In, you fucking queer.
Oh, wow. Dude, that's fucking
doing, man?
blonde hair.
That's gay porn.
That's like the
That's
dude
gay
from
porn hair, right?
That's the dude from Fight Club.
Oh, man, yeah, the dude from Fight
That's
Club.
the dude from Fight Club, man. That
Like
gets
Vanilla Ice if he was stung by a hornet's nest.
Oh, no.
Hey,
Roland, what do you
not,
think?
hey, not Slim Shady.
It's Vanilla Ice box.
Oh, no. Oh, Iraq, what did you do?
what the fuck is wrong?
Dennis the cunt.
On this episode of China Unscripted, nearly 20,000 people have been killed so far in the Israel-Hamas war. And
It's done. I have the key to the security fields.
We must strike quickly, before word of Golan's death spreads. Ruger is finally vulnerable. If you're ready, we can end his campaign and secure this landing zone for good.
Tell me where this lawman is, and our problems are over.
Ruger and his men are in a guard station. He believes it's more secure than the main intake building. Use the security key to drop their shields. My teams will cut off Ruger's backup. No one gets in, no one gets out. We'll give you time to work. Just make sure Ruger doesn't escape.
That makes a certain sense.
Prepare yourself. Just because Ruger hasn't risked himself before doesn't mean he's easy prey. This is his stronghold. Bring everything you have and every ally you trust. We will get no second chance.
Seriously, Captain, you gotta stop sending your men down here. I'm running out of places to hide the bodies.
Then fight me, you coward. We'll see how long you... Hello? Hello? My lord, you must do something. That madman is disrupting my mission and butchering my men.
Perhaps I ought to wipe that smirk from his face.
A proper fate for anyone meddling in the Empire's affairs. This dungeon houses many loyal Imperials. My orders are to retrieve the prison records so we might find and liberate these patriots. The problem is, a group of escaped cyborgs calling themselves the New Men have taken up residence where those records are kept. They're slaughtering my men.
Who are these new men?
Misguided savages who revere the union of man and machine. I've heard they adorn their droids with their victims' extremities. The names and locations of thousands of Imperial prisoners are stored in those records. We must obtain them. My lord, I beseech you. You're the only one with the strength to get past those psychopaths.
It couldn't hurt to have an entire planet of captive Imperials indebted to me.
The records can be accessed via the Central Records Terminal in the prisoner transfer station. The Republic may still have a presence there. Remember, the new men are the worst of the worst. Cybernetically linked to each other, metal spines full of adrenals. Try to shoot first.
The Chinese Communist Party has played a surprising role. Welcome to China Unscripted. I'm Chris Chappell.
I'm Shelley Zhang.
And I'm Matt Gnezda.
And joining us once again is Johnson Crystal. He's a professor of international affairs at Yeshiva University in New York City, and he's written about the Middle East and East Asia for publications including ARC Digital, CNN, Mike, and World Policy Journal. It's great to have you back on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So last time we had you on to talk about China and the Middle East, we recorded it on October 6th, and things changed the next day.
Yeah, I don't know how it affected your viewership, but I know that for me, starting from that next day, really all the way through to now, everything is kind of different. I mean, it's sort of the same stuff I do anyway, but it's still a lot. Certainly, a lot has changed, and not for the better.
Yeah. Well. Oh boy, yeah, it's been a nightmare following all of this. Very contentious topics, so
let's jump right in.
Yeah, well, I think we'll focus a lot on still the China angle.
Of course.
And, the United States views Hamas as a terrorist organization.
We're live. Welcome, everybody, to the Royal Rumble Part 2. This is the biggest event of the year, guys. And, Winston, I just wanted to say I'm super happy to be presenting here with you today. I hope everyone's excited today for this Royal Rumble. It's been an entire year in the making. Yep. Everyone that's showing up today gave it their all, and they made the cut. The people that didn't have the gumption, they didn't have the balls to make it to the competition today.
It's going to be quite the slammer.
Yes, so before we get into it, we just want to say that this is a special presentation that we will be commentating over live. This will be happening and unfolding right before your eyes. So why don't we just get straight into it?
Yep, we haven't seen any of this ourselves either, so let's jump right in and see what's happening with the Royal Rumble Part 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second annual China Show Royal Rumble. Before you lays an evening of epic proportions, mighty fighters and contestants from all throughout the China Show universe lore will be duking it out tonight. Some of them well-known legends, some of them newcomers in the ring. But what I do know is this. There will be carnage, there will be shills, and there will be only one winner at the end of this match. I hope everyone has their popcorn ready and a drink at hand. So without further ado, are you ready to rumble?
Absolutely packed crowd today.
The following contest is the Royal Rumble match. The two superstars that drew number 1 and number 2 will start in the ring at the same time. Other superstars will join in the order that they drew. This will continue until all 30 superstars
Sorry, guys. Getting over a little cold here.
I think I'll have to mute you again. Welcome, everybody, to episode 76 of Shaban Ho. It's so good to have you here. As you know, this is our VIP show. If it's your first time, welcome. If it's not your first time, you know the score. We're going to go over a topic, and then we're going to have a Q&A.
I'm going to preface with a warning.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you've done.
Sure.
I don't know what you've created. And I'm a little nervous because, not because I'm a control freak, just because when one of us only digs the reins, then there's no checks and balances. We keep each other in check, right? If I'm going off the deep end.
Yeah, well,
got
so
I don't know
good things coming. Good things.
I wanted to say, with the warning comes a preface by saying, it's kind of interesting because
it's not related. The whole point of this episode is to basically tell you to break.
Yeah, it did for everyone and me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you guys talking nonsense or not?
No, I'm serious. It broke for me too.
Oh, interesting, because I didn't see it go down up there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
let's wait till we're back.
What? We're
yeah,
back.
Everyone. No one's watching. Or no one can see right now.
No one can see us.
No.
Well, now, there's two ways you can leave, Imperial. Cuffed down or feet first.
All the Empire wants on this planet is to operate without hassle. We could deal.
I'd sooner kiss the wrong end of a hut. Pull your weapon. All right, hold your gloating. Get it over with.
You're awfully eager to die.
No, I'm just disinclined to make a show of it.
Ruger! Come in, Ellis Ruger. This is Warden Grawl. We're taking fire and can't reach your position. What's your status?
Roger that. This is Ellis Ruger. Wish I could help, but I'm busy dying for a worthless cause. Over.
You're not Ruger. What's going on? Wait, I've seen you on our cameras. What do you want?
I'll take a ransom. One big enough to be worth your friend here. Then he leaves Belsavis forever.
Fine. I'll arrange a drop-off.
Listen to yourself, Warden. Don't give this scum the satisfaction.
Ellis Ruger, you are relieved of duty on Balsavis. Report to me for debriefing and medical attention. I'll transmit the ransom to your base, but lay another finger on Ruger and I'll retract every credit. Now go. Enjoy your payoff while you can.
Uh-huh.
I'm serious. It would happen for me too.
We're back. We're back. We're absolutely
Okay.
back. You know we're back.
I hope so.
This is one of those trolls where they're like, oh, there's
No,
an echo.
it died. It
Okay.
really died.
All right.
For real.
Well, we're back, right?
Okay.
We're back?
I guess.
Yeah, I guess we're back.
Yeah.
So, for those of you who don't know, Box was a presenter on this show called Unboxing China. She started Unboxing China with Nincy, who's another presenter, and they did kind of very boring things.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, she's kind of dropped off, but I found out what happened to her, and that's what we're going to discuss. But before we do that, I got a clip to show you.
Okay, again, my preface was that I'm nervous because there's no checks and balances. And you have clipped it.
Well, here's something that should put your mind at ease. Now, this is right up your alley because I know you love this stuff.
What?
Traditional Chinese medicine.
Oh.
So for anyone,
What? See what happens? I just warned everyone.
yeah, for anyone who's thinking there's something really weird going on here, well, you're probably right, but it's not what you think. So I'm just gonna play the clip, okay?
I just warned this in the preface.
Yeah, okay, let's play the clip, then you'll understand, okay? So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, she's really
It's like
taking
Cairo,
ass
bro.
pounding there. What, like with a hammer? Seriously?
I'm not. This can't happen again.
What are you
This
talking
single,
about?
like one of us making the media pack.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, though, okay? Traditional Chinese medicine is pretty whack, okay? And for some reason, and look, I've seen some horrible stuff with traditional Chinese medicine.
Yeah.
You've seen that where they stick like a wire in the under the skin, you know, and
Yeah.
scrape, and they do all these weird, like there's some disgusting weird things that have no medical value whatsoever.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this, you could probably say it's akin to a chiropractor type idea.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Except right now they take a hammer and I guess a rubber mallet in between, and they're just smacking their ass to, I don't know.
It's like the leg bone, is what that is.
Isn't it just a hip?
Yeah, hip
Yeah.
leg connection.
Yeah.
Go like one of us making. What? Just warned everyone.
Yeah, for anyone who's thinking there's something really weird going on here, well, you're probably right, but it's not what you think. So I'm just going to play the clip, okay?
I just warned this in the preface.
Yeah, okay, let's play the clip, then you'll understand, okay? So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, she's really
It's like
taking ass
chiropractic.
pounding there. What, like with a hammer? Seriously?
I'm not. This can't happen again.
What are you
this
talking
single,
about?
like one of us making the media pack. Thing.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, though, okay? Traditional Chinese medicine is pretty whack, okay? And for some reason, and look, I've seen some horrible stuff with traditional Chinese medicine.
Yeah.
You've seen that where they stick like a wire in the under the skin, you know, and
Yeah,
scrape, and they do all these weird. Like there's some disgusting weird things that have no medical value whatsoever.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this, you could probably say it's akin to a chiropractor type idea.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Except right now they take a hammer. And I guess a rubber mallet in between, and they're just smacking her ass to, I don't know.
It's like it's the leg bone, is what that is.
Isn't it just her hip?
Yeah, hip
Yeah.
leg connection.
Yes, hip leg connection.
Yeah, so that actually turned out not to be as bad as I thought.
No,
I mean, it
no.
looks painful though, and unnecessary.
Yes,
It's
yes, it
not
does.
like if you. I'll put it to you this way.
Mhm.
Go back.
Okay, I'll go back. I know you like it.
No, if you're.
Yeah.
I love traditional Chinese medicine.
Yes, it's your thing.
Now, if your hip and leg bone, let's say where your femur attaches to your hip, if that was separated to the point where you're using a hammer to nail it back in, you're not going to be laying there silently.
No, you're exactly.
You're going to be like,
You know what I think? What happens here is the doctor creates a bruise, right?
Yes.
And so much pain that it takes your mind off of the original ache.
Yes.
It's probably like a dull ache there.
Yes.
And then by the time the other pain goes away, the ache, whatever's causing the ache, has healed itself. You know what I mean?
There may be something to that.
I think that's what happens in a
Yeah.
lot of these cases, you know?
Yeah.
So they inflict some other pain to get your mind off of it, right? And then
Doctor-
everything heals.
Dr. YouTuber says, "Where's the sickle?"
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Thanks for. Yeah, I mean, this is what happens. I'm nervous about the rest of the show. And
Don't worry about it. So, guys, unboxing China. We thought we'd show you. Well, I thought I'd show you guys and you a modern episode without box, just so you can see how the show's coming along.
Okay.
So.
So this is like currently.
This is a
what
current-
unboxing China's like without her.
Yeah, and then after this, I'll show you what happened to Box.
Okay.
And why there's a lot of hope that she's coming back.
So you found.
I found
a story
Yeah,
or a
I found out.
revelation?
I found out what happened.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's
That's dramatic.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, yeah. You'll see
Okay, so this is
exactly.
the current state of unboxing China.
Yeah, so we
without
first,
box.
yeah,
Sans
so,
box.
yeah.
Okay.
I'll get us out of here actually, so we can just take a look at this, okay?
Camera is ready. So, are you ready, Nancy?
Yes, I am. Where are we going, Xin?
We're going camping today.
So,
I think there's a hashtag in order.
well, yeah, hashtag Sky Don't Lie. I mean, look at that, guys. We're going to go camping. What wonderful weather for camping. I'd be like, yes. When I see those guys, I'm like, we can finally see 3 feet ahead of ourselves. Let's go camping.
Yes.
So let's find out about this camping in China.
Welcome to Unboxing China.
Okay, so I thought this was a little unfair, all
Okay.
right? What Chinese state media does, and what any like YouTuber and stuff does, is if you're dealing with really horrible footage, like for instance, you could tell that the sky is gray, everything's crappy. So what do? They put the saturation up to the max, right? And you can see it. I mean, look at the trees in the background. Can you see like how
it's
like overly saturated it
completely
is?
overblown, yeah.
The grass, her green shirt,
Yeah.
everything. So I thought I'd make it a bit more realistic. I took the saturation down just a little. So you see now it's a bit more realistic. See now?
Yes, yeah,
That's-
that's more realistic.
I didn't go overboard. I didn't want to be unfair.
You made it realistic.
Yeah, because like that's what they had it
Yeah,
on.
I see what you did there. You
See?
made it. Yeah, you didn't overdo it.
No, I just made it realistic. So
Yeah.
for those of you wondering, I just couldn't bear the fact that everything was so overblown it made my eyes bleed.
Yes.
Okay. So we got to talk about camping a little bit here.
Yeah.
So before we let them get into their whole camping thing, camping in China is not a thing.
No.
It's really not a thing.
No.
And the thing is, for the sort of upper middle class in the last couple of years, it's become a fashionable thing to go glamping,
Yeah. It's
not camping.
They copied Korea because Korea had glamping took off like a huge thing.
Yeah.
And they set it up exactly the same, albeit much worse.
Mhm.
Just in like abandoned parking lots and stuff in very awful industrial areas.
Yeah. So, I mean, the thing is, nobody in China goes camping. It's not a hobby.
Yes.
If somebody's living in a tent, it's because they're homeless,
Yes.
pretty much. Okay. So there's a lot of people that look down on that. Like, why would you put yourself in
Yeah.
that uncomfortable situation?
Well, it's like any like developing country. You've just started to exit poverty for a lot of people. A lot of people,
Yeah.
600 million people, are still in poverty in
Yes,
China. But a lot of people have just started to exit that lifestyle.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah, they
why,
come from a permanent camping situation.
yeah, I mean, I told you, when I was visiting a friend, and this is no joke, I was visiting a friend. He took me to meet his family in Inner Mongolia. It's a Han Chinese family. That was Han Chinese settlement, and they didn't have windows in their mud houses. I mean, these houses were made of mud, right?
Yeah.
So we're talking about in modern times, these people were living there. They had electricity and stuff running through them, but like they were living impoverished, right? They're not going to go camping for fun.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people live like that,
Yeah.
right? So you're not going to go set up a tent somewhere and be like, this is going to be
Yeah,
fun.
you don't want to get back to nature because you already live in
You already
nature.
live in it,
Yeah, you have to live with all the
Yeah.
discomforts. And I mean, look, this is true. I can 100% say that every single person, girl that I dated in China, and the girls that my friends dated, or men as well, not only the girls.
The men you
know,
dated didn't
No, that my friends
Yeah, I
dated,
gotcha.
right? So like basically everyone in my circles, none,
Sorry.
yeah, none of them enjoyed camping or wanted to go camping.
No.
And I remember
Nope.
because the foreigners always want to, let's go camp at the beach or something, or let's go camp somewhere. And first of all, there are very few to no camping sites where you're allowed to camp, right?
Yes.
So to find a place to camp is very difficult.
No, one time we did it as like a work outing, and we
Yeah.
camped on the beach in some horrible place. Like, anyway.
Yeah.
But we had to arrange it ahead of time and like
Mhm.
talk to the local, all these people. Like
Yeah.
the boss of the company like arranged it all because it was such a foreign idea.
Yeah, you have to arrange it and make sure, otherwise they'll kick you out of there.
I've camped a bunch of times, just too tired, pull over the motorcycle, find an abandoned area where no
yeah.
one can see, and throw a
But
tent
not,
down.
yeah, exactly. Just do what you can.
Yeah.
But every single time they don't want to do it. They're like, "Why would you do that? It's too uncomfortable."
Yeah.
And you know, it's a weird, different cultural difference. But camping is really not a thing in China. But like you said, because of the Korean dramas and
Yeah.
stuff, and it became popular in Korea.
Yeah.
Now it's become popular, but only if you can do it in a very comfortable way.
Yeah, good point.
So you drive to a spot. Everything's there, ready to
Yeah.
be set up for you, so that you don't actually have to do anything. Anyway, let's take a look at what happens with Nancy and Shin over here. Okay, now that the color grading
I'm
is right.
Nancy. So today we will unbox Leave No Trace campaign.
Still looks a
So
little
have you
saturated.
camped?
Yeah, like I said, I wanted to make it proper, but I wanted to give them a little bit of benefit of the doubt.
Leave No Trace camping in China sounds preposterous.
It is. It is.
It's preposterous.
That is just, I mean, I applaud the idea of even coming up with that idea, like
Yeah.
that they should do that, but that's just so not the
It doesn't
thing.
exist.
No.
Doesn't exist. What happens is, if you go to these campgrounds, okay, there are these glamping campgrounds that are set up. When you leave, the staff there pick up all your trash, and that's why it's Leave No Trace. That's literally what it is, dude. Like, cause I'm serious.
I know,
It's like
I know.
there's
You're true.
Yeah, there's an unfortunate byproduct of modern China is that most people, at least their parents' generation, are coming from a very uneducated, very rural kind of a background, and litter is not something people are taught about. They just throw trash and leave trash everywhere, and that's why.
Anyone older than like 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously, you pass that down to your kids. Imagine your parents, you watch them litter your whole life, and they never tell you don't litter. You're going to litter, So that's why whenever there's a public holiday in China, the beaches are left with tons, literally hundreds of tons of garbage gets picked up. And you can read about it, like there are articles about how much garbage they
It's
have
insane.
to pick up. It's like,
it
what's
ends up
going on?
in like Hawaii and stuff.
Yeah.
Because like it carries over.
Yeah, and I mean, it's insane. Anyway, let's see what they do. Okay.
Before Nancy. Oh no, not really, but it's always on my bucket list.
Oh, you see, and again, sorry to keep interrupting, but that proves my point. She asked if Nancy has ever camped before, and she's like, no, I've never done it before.
And that's fine, but why make it look like it's a huge thing?
But I think it just proves a point, because look, she's obviously in her 20s, right? So she's an adult.
Yes.
She's young. She's part of the new wealthy China.
Yeah.
Okay, she's had an entire lifetime to have the opportunity to go camping once.
Yeah.
But she's never been camping.
No.
And it just shows you that's the majority of people in
Yeah.
China.
Yeah.
No matter their background. Poor people definitely haven't gone camping because they don't have time for that. And rich people are the only people going camping, and middle class people. But she hasn't ever been camping. So, I mean,
Right.
it shows you not even a school outing or something.
No.
There's no camping in China. It's ridiculous. You'd think you'd do it. Anyway.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter if it exists or not. Like, certain countries aren't going to do it, but don't
Yeah.
pretend like it's a massive
Sure,
thing.
sure.
You know.
Anyway, let's carry on.
And now in the northern part of China, we are in the best time, the beautiful spring, to try it out.
That's
Yeah,
why
looks
we're
lovely.
here today at a campsite in suburban Beijing, and we will have.
Again, sorry, I keep interrupting, but where are they? They're in a campsite in suburban Beijing.
That sounds like
So
the
it's
worst.
it's literally like, oh, we got to go camping. Where are we going? To the suburbs.
We're going to suburban Beijing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's not like, I think normally when you go camping, you go out to the woods or something.
Yeah.
You go far, right?
Yeah.
But they're just like 20-minute drive. Here we go. Let's go camping in this one little fenced-off area, obviously.
Have our
Anyway.
very first experience of this much-loved activity.
Exactly.
So why don't we just jump right in and start working on our campsite? And today we are very lucky to have two experienced coaches.
这个是天幕，然后这个是中杆，起一个支撑的作用，然后这个是风绳，风绳呢是一个就是固定，这个天幕尾，这会儿是需要各一根绳，这个中杆这会儿需要是2根绳，这所有绳上都有一根扣，这个扣的目的就是调节这个绳的长度和松紧性，这个钉呢，这是地钉，地钉是有一个口绑着这个绳，然后斜45度，往下
She
打钉
hasn't said anything. I see what you did there. I mean, no, I mean, like,
Yeah.
that was an unadulterated dialogue, and then
Yeah.
you took all the ums out.
I couldn't handle it because,
That's
like,
a
you
lot
know,
of ums.
there's a lot of confirmations going on over there.
Yeah,
It's
there's
just,
no dialogue.
Yeah. So, like I said, you have you have coaches there, okay? And, So the coach just set everything up for you. They just show you. They're like, oh, so we're going to put this pole up now. You know. Anyway, so the coach helps them put up their canopy or whatever. Now, what's next? Let's see. Okay.
可以吗？
Tent.
Ooh, look at our cozy little campsite. So, Xin, how do you feel setting up your tent for the first time?
It is really tiring but incredibly satisfying.
I'm sorry. I couldn't resist.
You did that.
Yeah, of
but that
course.
was one string of uhs, right?
Yeah,
that
yeah.
wasn't from the whole show, right?
No, that was just from that first setup. That first set up the canopy, yeah, just the setup. Anyway, I just wanted to go back. Do you see they set up the tent, right?
Yeah. What's with the rocking horse?
I have no idea. Anyway,
That looks miserable.
I know. Look at this footage. Anyway, look, they set up this tent.
Yeah.
By the way, we've all set up tents before.
Sure.
This tent has 2 poles. That's it. Look, 2 of those like telescopic poles.
Yeah.
There we go. That's it.
2 seconds. Yeah.
That's it. You put one in, you put
Yeah,
the
it's
other
one
one
of
in.
those Walmart tent. You pop
It's
open.
super easy,
Yeah.
right?
Ooh, look at our cozy little campsite. So, Xin, how do you feel setting up your tent for the first time?
It is really tiring.
Yeah, it is a bit wonky, but I mean, you saw setting up the tent,
Yeah.
right? But she's like, it's really tiring. What are you talking about? Just, what is wrong with you? I mean, it's like, oh, you took a sip of water.
Yeah.
You know, oh, it's so
Oh,
tiring.
辛苦了.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I had to walk it open the front door. Oh, it's so tiring. I mean, what the hell? Again, look, their campsite's all prepared. There's gravel line. It's gravel line. They've got their little place to set up their table. So it's all set up.
Yeah.
And to set up a tent like that was tiring but satisfying.
It's tiring in that polluted air. said JMR
Yeah, that's
said.
true. I mean, seriously though, it is horrible.
Painted lawn camping.
Yeah, it probably is painted lawn, dude. Yeah, why not,
Oh,
right?
We're such little douchebags. Being
But
so
it's
cynical
true.
About this, though.
It's
These
true.
girls don't know any better. They've been told
Yeah.
by the government this is the new thing. We need to promote this or whatever. They don't know.
I know, but it's at the same time very telling.
Yes.
You know what
Facts
they're
tell.
saying. Facts tell, dude. Anyway, let's see what happens
You're
next.
true. You're true.
Let's after like why was it how satisfying was it? I wonder.
But incredibly satisfying. And we can now literally sit back, relax, and enjoy moments of intimacy with nature.
That is
Nature? A parking lot?
Yeah, I mean, I would like.
Looks like a freaking parking lot.
It looks pretty bad. If you were to actually look past the painted lawn that they have there, it looks pretty grim. It looks pretty like dead.
It looks like a Sunoco parking lot in February, like when everything's slush and everything.
Yeah, it's entirely possible.
It's not nice.
I get that they've got like hills in the background.
Yeah,
That's nice, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see where this goes.
Point of camping. And you know what? It's Earth Day. What's a better time than now to get close to nature?
Go outside and enjoy nature as we did, and feel the charm of.
What is this? I love this. To go out and enjoy nature, feel the charm of nature firsthand. It's like a garbage dump.
Dude,
An
like,
abandoned,
look at the dirt pile up over
you
there.
know what that looks like?
What?
That looks like one of those autonomous buses, but it's like abandoned with newspapers and
Yes,
like
yes.
a homeless person took over one of those autonomous self-driving things.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, just look at the trash that's. I just, you got to point out where your head is right now.
Yeah.
If I take us out. Yeah, look, it's like an old abandoned chair and some rubble and some detritus. Who knows? There's a tire. There's literally a tire.
on a
Can you
dirt
see?
pile.
Yeah, there's a tire on a dirt pile. You know what I mean? And this is enjoy nature. She's swanning around, dancing, and she's running on a gravel path.
Yes. Yes.
She's actually just running on a
Yes,
road
yes.
and saying, "Let's enjoy nature" next to piles of trash.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
there's some delusion going on.
I've
here.
seen more wildlife camping in a Walmart parking lot than Acronis.
It's true. It's freaking true. Look at this. You got
Look, is this a Fallout set or scenery? What is
Yeah, I
that?
know. There's some teepees set up there, like pre-built ones that you can go stay in.
Shabby Chadwell says, lovely blue sky. Though.
Yeah, I know, right? But I mean, I love how it's like, this is nature, and she's like doing a slow-mo run with a plate in her hand. Oh, it's a frisbee, sorry.
She's gonna go play frisbee in the dirt pile with the friggin' tire.
I know.
I love the homeless autonomous trolley.
I know. What is that even?
I
That's
don't
all
know.
for today's unboxing.
Yeah, that's all for today's Unboxing China. But let's see. That's all for today's Unboxing China.
We'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Stop. Okay, so that was without box. That's
Yeah.
new unboxing China. You got us caught up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now,
So you found something new with box.
yes, I found out what happened to Box. Okay, and they released a little segment about it.
What? You think it's in response to what we were talking about?
It's possible. But first, we'll just remind you, about Box. Here's a clip of Box, a couple of clips of Box. I'll get us out of here. Let's do it.
So Box.
And this is me, Box.
So Box. I guess Box is right.
Box is right.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Ah. For all you audio listeners, Winston had put up a very clean title. I like that title.
Thanks.
Where is Box? Why did she disappear? What happened?
Yeah,
Find out.
We found out.
Yeah.
All right, so.
Well, you found out.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to play the clip unadulterated. Okay, I'm not going to pause it.
Okay.
I'm going to get out of here, okay, so we can see.
Shabby
what-
Chadwell says, please tell me Box pushed Nancy down a stairway.
I feel like
Watch out,
I
dude.
feel like Nancy actually pushed Box out. I think she was threatened.
Boxed her out, would you say?
Yeah, very possibly.
Okay.
All right, let's take a look.
One box was found by a small river. Box was so skinny, she could barely hang onto life. Without any help, Box would die before long. So Box was brought to us. She was diagnosed with neuritis, poisoning, and severe malnutrition. To make it easier for her, we had to hide the medicines inside the food she liked. We also prepared snacks to increase her nutrient intake.
Stop.
Thanks to
I'm so confused right now. Go back.
Okay, I'll go back.
What is happening?
I told you they released a segment.
I am so confused though. Why is there an antler woman that looks like she needs to eat something and have a nap?
You know, the thing Yeah, she does look pretty pale. They found Box by a river because you know she
Okay.
disappeared. They found Box and she'd obviously been wandering around in the wilderness.
What?
Yeah, because I think Nancy kicked her out, right?
Oh, you need to set this up a little better. I'm so lost right now.
Okay, but
I feel like a lost box by the river.
Yeah, but they found Box right at the river. So let's watch
People
this.
are asking what's going on.
Well,
and that is not Deer Wang.
No, it's not. But she has antlers. Okay, so
let's start this over.
Okay,
I'm
we'll start it
confused.
over. Okay.
Now
so
we know it's because probably something happened.
something happened, and they found Box. I told you they found it. Okay, so let's see.
One box was found by a small river. Box was so skinny, she could barely hang onto life. Without any help, Box would die before long. So Box was brought to us. She was diagnosed with neuritis, poisoning, and severe malnutrition. To make it easier for her, we had to hide the medicines inside the food she liked. We also prepared snacks to increase her nutrient intakes. Thanks to our care, Box could pretty soon stand up on her own, although a bit wobbly at the beginning. Her appetite also improved. Before long, she gained weight and became a healthy, cuddly, fluffy Box. In time, Box was getting ready to be reintroduced to her natural habitat. We had tons of mixed feelings. We were all sad to say goodbye to her, but we were also tremendously proud of what she had learned during the time she spent with us. Such a bittersweet moment.
Nothing would bother me anymore.
After all, loving Box, but from a distance, isn't that the best approach towards conservation?
A little throwback. You know.
I just want to go through some of the live chat because that was a mind F for me.
Oh, okay. You sure?
That was.
It's a documentary.
It was amazing what they had. Yeah, I'm sorry. Not what you did. It's amazing what they covered.
Yes, they actually rescued Box.
It looked like some sort of rehabilitation video.
It was. They they found her in such a bad state by the river, so they had to feed her.
You think in Minecraft Nancy did that?
Yeah. I really think Nancy abandoned it.
Probably in the metaverse she did it.
Yes, and then she was stuck with VR goggles on for a long time and wandered in the parking lot.
Oh.
You know? And when, the river is probably just a gutter in the parking lot.
Oh. So I just want to read a couple of these.
Okay.
Is she in a cage? Because you're the expert here.
Yeah, they had to for her own, for her own safety. They had to keep her kind of constrained.
Wet cat food.
Yes. Hey, they had to, snacks that she was familiar with.
From previous videos?
Yes.
Ah, I see.
We go through it one more time.
Was found by a small river.
Look how emaciated she looks.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, she's thin. She's, in a bad way.
Was so skinny, she could barely hang onto life. Without any help, Box would die before long. So Box was brought to us. She was diagnosed.
It's part of their whole rehabilitation.
Oh.
Place for CGTN or state media personalities that go off the rails.
Oh.
Just brings them back.
Oh, because it's like a human.
Neuritis.
Like it's kind of like cutesy,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Poisoning
Like inviting
and
a clown.
severe malnutrition. To make it easier for her, we had to hide the medicines inside the food she.
I don't know why she wants to eat pine cones of all things. Like, I get gnawing on a bone and a pine cone and some looks like sweet potatoes and peaches and some other. I don't know, what is that? Pumpkin or something?
He liked.
It's quite a delectable selection, if you ask me.
Also prepared snacks to increase her nutrient intakes. Thanks to our care,
I mean,
Box pretty soon
I
stand
lost
up
it when they brought the platter with a bone on it.
I
mean,
know,
in a
I know.
cage.
I know.
Bro,
Hey.
China
it's-
doesn't have the best human rights record.
No, but you can't. Their methods work though, right?
for her own, although a bit wobbly at the
See,
beginning.
she's wobbly. She can't really
Her
stand straight
appetite
there.
also improved. Before long, she gained weight
Look,
and
she's
became
back
a
to normal.
healthy, cuddly, fluffy Box. In time, Box was getting ready to be reintroduced to her natural habitat.
There's a natural habitat. It's a square dance,
Can I say this is the jokes aside, the weirdest broadcast I've ever seen. It's even I suspect there's different contexts. Let's just pretend there's not.
Sure.
This is truly bizarre the way this is being read and presented with the antlers and the reading like the huge script with the eyes back and forth. Well, it's like it must be a massive teleprompter.
Yeah, a massive teleprompter. It has to be,
It's
right?
We had
weird.
pounds of mixed feelings.
Pounds
we were
of mixed
all sad
feelings.
to say goodbye.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, what?
Pounds of mixed feelings.
Pounds.
How
yeah.
much is a pound of mixed feelings these days?
I don't know.
Probably about 350.
Yeah, probably that, yeah. Anyway, I like the fact that they put Box in a box to take it to a natural habitat.
Bye to her. But we were also tremendously proud of what she had learned during the time she spent with us.
Now they're ready to release Box back into a natural habitat.
Such a bittersweet moment.
Nothing would bother me anymore.
After all, loving Box, but from a distance, isn't that the best approach towards conservation?
Yes.
I applaud you, Winston. You did manage to come up with something absolutely fantastic.
Well, I mean, that is... You wanted to know what happened to Box. I found out.
What an interesting broadcast. And it looks like it was almost like a last-minute thing for them.
Yeah.
You know, like a
I think
last-minute thing.
The pressure was on, you know. They had to go find her, and they
Right.
did, but they found her by a river.
Right.
Emaciated. They nursed her back to health and released her back into her natural habitat to... What is it? To like a... love but from afar.
Yeah. Don't get too involved, right?
Yeah. You gotta stand back. Let Box do her thing.
That was something else.
Yeah.
That was very weird. And I applaud your effort
Thanks.
in tracking down that clip.
Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, there's always room for a Box 3.0 in the future.
Oh my gosh, can we just stop? Leave her alone. Love her from a distance.
I mean, we can, but we will definitely put it in the list in the future.
So people are reading this as something went wrong during camping, but actually the camping happened recently, and this report was from a while ago,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. That is that was great. That was great.
Cool. I'm glad you liked it.
I am
Well,
very
that's
still
great.
unnerved by that presenter.
Yes.
She and I feel bad for her because I feel like she was thrust into a presenting role with no training at all.
She looks pretty anemic. I feel like she needs iron.
And very nervous. Like she's never done this before, and here she is talking about one of her cohorts.
And the antlers make no sense. Even
No.
if you look at like the context or whatever, it has no sense at all. Those antlers do not belong there. So anyway,
I like him though.
yeah. So it's
They're just sprouting. you
yeah,
know?
they are. It's like remember that
Like,
whole sprout thing?
She's like somebody's like mid becoming an animal.
Yeah, exactly. They're too tiny.
They're like want to be a furry, but not quite. So
Yes.
like, we'll just have a little animal.
Little, just to show some solidarity. You know, go to Anthrocon.
Yes.
You know, you got to have some kind of accessory.
Yeah, otherwise they're gonna be like, you're not.
Yeah,
one
you're
of
not
us.
one of us. Yeah. But you know.
Dragonella, we're sorry. We know that you're very welcoming of everyone.
Absolutely, nothing wrong with furries. I've got a lot of friends who are furries. By a lot, I've got one.
No, you don't.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got a couple.
We have a few, and you guys are our friends too.
Absolutely.
You met in RL.
Yeah,
IRL.
IRL, yes. Anyway, it's time for the vote clip, guys. Now, this week's vote clip, you haven't seen it yet, but it's got to do with.
I just read this, but don't say it out loud.
yes. Anyway, for today's vote clip, it's got to do with unsafe eating practices. I'm just going to leave it at that.
So nervous with the intro clip. I'm already nervous what you're doing for a vote clip.
Yeah. So here's how it works with vote clips. Usually on vote clips, we show you things that we can't normally show on YouTube that might kind of just step over the line slightly, but we don't tend to show things that are too bad.
I put unsafe eating practices. I
Yeah.
actually don't know what the context is. If you're on Android, number 1 is yes, number 2 is no. Vote if you want to see this clip. I'm assuming Winston would have put it in this vote category for a reason.
Yeah.
I guess it's not good.
I mean, there's like some injury, a mild injury.
Oh, okay.
Fairly mild. You know, something you could probably walk off.
Okay. Probably?
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Okay.
You like walk it off, you know what I mean?
You don't need like medicine hidden in your favorite treats. No.
No, because those treats look pretty bad. Like even as far as fruit goes or whatever, that stuff looked pretty rank, didn't it?
Yes.
Didn't it look like polluted fruit that was grown from polluted soil and polluted air?
Yes.
It looked pretty bad.
Yes.
I didn't touch the grading of that footage, by the way. That was all correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Anyway.
We got no gang coming in here, which is cool. At least we got 3% no. But an overwhelming, absolutely over the top, overwhelming with a 97%. I'm going to end the poll with yes.
Okay.
We shall watch.
All right, let's take a look, guys. It's the vote clip for today. And we're going to start out with every Laowai's favorite food, which is hot pot, right? It is.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. Because people call me Laowai because my YouTube name.
Every foreigner's favorite is hot pot.
Absolutely not mine. I'm a hipster, but I think hot pot kind of sucks. It's incredibly boring.
I reiterate, I love hot pot because you get to choose what you eat.
Yes.
So when you go to China, and I've said this a million times, but especially in the South, you get faced with a lot of horrible food.
Yeah, actually,
when
I was thinking about this the other day. I thought it would be fun to bring up for the show. And sorry, don't mean to
No, it's fine.
clip, but the North and South divide, I think, is more important than people understand because I was just thinking about this. I was thinking about that quote about the hot pot thing. When you're up north where I lived, there's never weird food.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Right? In fact, everything you'll want to eat everything. It's
Yeah.
It's a lot of barbecue, a lot of meat, a lot of, bread and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Whereas you go down south, that's where hot pot becomes more palatable because, or you seek it out because then you're not eating like bees and frickin'
it's
pancreases and stuff.
Weird, yeah. Like especially Cantonese food, real Cantonese food. I'm not talking about a dim sum restaurant here. It's like intestines and pig's blood and brains and things like that, and like chicken feet and everything that's weird and gross.
Yeah.
Everything that arrives is just full of bones and they chop the chicken, got
different.
the head on there, and you get used to it. Some of it's very delicious, but the presentation and also the way to eat it is difficult if you're not used to it.
Yeah, and so I wanted to bring it back to that just to say, like, the North and South divide is huge because we always talk about, like, Chinese people like to go to the market to get their stuff fresh every day. There is no market where I live. They go to a supermarket and they buy things once a week, much more like a Western person would. Because there's no vegetables. I never ate vegetables up there because people don't eat fresh vegetables. They don't exist, right?
Sure.
So there is a huge divide with that. So we're talking about the South usually.
Yeah. And hot pot, like you get to put that meat, and it doesn't have bones and crap in it, or that meatball or whatever it is, the thing that you can eat, you put it in there, you cook it, and then you eat it, and you're like, finally, I don't have to deal with some horrible thing.
Yes. Okay, people are ready for the clip now.
Okay, let's see the clip. So, now, a lot of restaurants, when you do hot pot, they'll have like a portable gas-burning little stove thing which they put on your table. You know those things. I actually have one at home.
Yes.
And I do hot pot at home.
Yes.
The same.
As do I.
But you got to make sure that it's well maintained.
Yes.
And this is why. Oh, something's wrong. Bam!
Oh! Wow.
Yeah, so look, the stove just disappeared. Everyone's like pieced out. This guy's like, okay. What the hell?
You know why he's confused? Go back to that.
Yeah,
real
I'll go
quick.
back, yeah.
Just to the reaction right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right there.
Well,
stop. No, it's okay. Right there.
Yeah, we may as well just see it again.
Pause it where he's confused before it zooms.
The thing is, like, something starts to go wrong. The gas canister that they use, because it takes it looks like an aerosol. You know, like a hairspray or a paint can. It looks like that, and it's like a cartridge. You put it in and then use it, but it obviously ruptured. So the guy's like, "Oh, something's wrong," and they don't immediately leave, which is the mistake. And then, bam! Then they're like, "Okay."
Pause it there. Do you know why he's so confused?
Why?
Because this restaurant literally got awards and trophies for exploding hot pots. You go there for that surprise. So everyone runs away. He's like, what the hell? This place is award winning.
Yeah, you're right. I see all the trophies over there.
It's a perk.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, there's more. Same deal. Now you got a family sitting around just...
Looks like they're eating sensai.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Almost?
Yeah, it does look like that.
Same idea.
This is also a restaurant, maybe. Let's see what's going on here. Bam!
Whoa!
There goes the dish on everyone. Yeah, it was. See, it's one of those portable gas things.
Yeah.
Make sure you maintain and check out your stuff. Don't just use some garbage, you know?
Yeah.
And then this one is like a little sus. You know, like the burner that they're using. This is not a gas burner. That's one of those things where you
gel
put
ones?
like gel.
Remember I told that story about that girl? She got
Yeah.
spilled on, or I had to rush her to the hospital.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It was horrid. Horrid, that gel stuff.
Yeah, but they put turpentine or they put some other kind of a liquid in there. You know, like a gas lamp or whatever. You know, you pour that liquid in.
Yeah.
So when you're doing it, don't do it like this. Let me get out of there. Just don't do it in this manner. Okay? Oh, what? Oh no!
It's probably good that you got that.
It probably
It looks scary.
I mean,
yeah, it's probably good. It's probably good.
Maybe. Let me just see if there's.
You stop that.
I want to see if there's at least a frame. Come on, I put it in there for a reason.
For example, Yudi says not enjoying watching people get hurt. No one does.
No, it's PSA.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
why the last one maybe is good that we don't show that.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, in the last one, I'll just explain. There was a fireball. Everyone was fine.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Everyone was fine.
Okay.
Yeah. But there was a fireball, like literally singed everyone's eyebrows off.
Gotcha.
It's like don't.
So I would have been fine.
Yeah, you would have been fine. Yeah, so don't worry about it. That wasn't terrible, but it's a
Okay,
pity
gotcha.
because it was
They
quite.
didn't get hurt.
No, it was quite a spectacular fireball.
I believe it. And you know what? We'll trust you on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a pity we couldn't see it because it's
Yeah.
spectacular. But yeah, nobody got hurt. Just everyone's eyebrows just must have been singed off.
Okay, we'll let you off this time, Winston.
What?
Because you took care of all this stuff, and there's no checks and balances about injury.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, so that's it. It's time for the Q&A.
You know what would have been wildly inappropriate is if you played the quick oil change man sound while you played those.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That would have been wildly inappropriate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's excellent. So it's time now for Q&A. We've got a Q&A. You're going to open a little form here,
I
aren't you?
am, yeah.
And don't forget, at the end of the show, we're going to vote on the next topic.
So, in today's Q&A,
yes,
we have one open slot. We had to conk out, what's it
we don't
called?
have an open slot. We've got Box 3.0.
No. Let's let them vote, come up with the topic.
Yeah, okay.
Before we go into what topics there are, we have 3 closed slots, but we had to get rid of the lowest performer, which was the listening party.
Yeah.
For Bridge the Gap.
Mhm.
So we have an open slot today. So in your question today, if you have a suggestion, pop it in there. We'll consider it and we'll put it in the vote.
You know what your suggestion should be?
This is our best choice.
You know it.
Which one was it? Did you play Box?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
But thanks for reminding me.
I'm Box.
What did you play before the propaganda?
This is our best choice.
I just played that.
That's not a topic, though.
We always know that that's associated with the topic you should choose.
I'm Box.
Anyway.
We're not doing Box 3.0. That's enough. Come on. Let me have one. Go.
Yeah. I'm happy for you to do one.
So, by the way, I had a couple questions from last time. Somebody wanted to know, I won't say his name just in case because it was a message.
Yeah.
Question for Winston. I was wondering what Sony mini disc model you have in some of your intros. I'm 29 and never got to experience the format here in the States, so I bought one off eBay to toy around with. I got a later model MZNE410.
Can you write that down for me?
Yes.
Well, you've got it written down.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Which one do you use?
I've got a lot.
Oh, a lot.
I've
What's your
got-
favorite?
To be honest, the favorite one, my favorite one is actually like a proper hi-fi unit.
Mhm.
It's not a portable mini disc player. It's kind of like a half form factor hi-fi unit. It's a Sony, I don't know the model number offhand, but it's fantastic. And it's got this massive remote you can, because mini discs, you can actually label all your tracks. Now you either get a player or you get a player recorder. Most players do have a record function, except for the
Yes.
cheaper ones.
Yes.
Which are most of them are the cheaper ones, but you get the ones that have a record function. So when you record to it, you can actually take each track and give it a name so that when you're playing it, it comes up on the little digital display, tells you what the artist and track is and all that stuff. So with this big one that I have, I've got this big remote and it's got the Japanese katakana and hiragana and also the English, and I can make them my own track names, so it's kind of cool.
Nice.
That's my favorite, but I've got probably about 12 or 13 actual mini disc players.
Yes.
I can do a little thing about it. I'll put it on my Obsolete
Cool.
Futures channel.
The Spectre doesn't have a name, so I can say it. Since I'm going to China for Spring Festival, are there any gift ideas you guys have thought over the years that are things you can only get in America to a Chinese family would appreciate?
I always, I would always give the advice to the vice versa to the Chinese students is, they would go to Australia. A lot of the doctors I used to train.
Yeah.
and they would always try to buy wine to give to the people in Australia. I'm like, why are you doing that? Okay, Australians know their wine.
They want something Chinese.
Yeah, you don't know your wine. You're going to give them something that they don't like or that is just rubbish. Or
it's not novel.
even if you buy an expensive bottle of wine, it doesn't matter. They're used to drinking wine every night. Okay, what you need to do is give them something local, something special. Give them some Chinese tea or a good luck charm.
Somewhere from your hometown.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, like foreigners love that stuff, like little Chinese knots with the like.
But I'm thinking it could be like jerky from your hometown, or like some local specialty, or even baijiu or something. Even though they might not like it, they'll still have fun with it.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
So, my advice to you is to give them something that is something
very
they
local
would
to
never,
your area.
never have tried.
Not just America, local to your place.
Exactly.
What's your hometown famous for? And get them something, because that's way more special, and Chinese people will appreciate that more than just some random thing.
Yeah, you know, don't get them Jack Daniels or something, because you can get that in China.
Yeah.
Get them something cool.
A fail-safe for a cheaper gift is I always used to buy a bunch of Zippo lighters. I spend $100 or $200, get a bunch of Zippo lighters and give those to people. Like
Zippo lighters are expensive. What do you mean? That's not cheap. $100 is a lot.
No, for many of them.
Oh,
They're
really?
Like $20.
Are they that cheap?
Yeah.
I didn't know they were that cheap.
Make them right down the road.
Yeah, I just didn't know they were that
Like
cheap.
$20-25.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that's
they
a
love
great
Zippo
gift.
lighters.
If you buy 10 of those,
Just-
right, $200, you got a bunch of those. You can give them away.
Just the thing is, don't try to take any lighter fluid. You can't take that on the plane,
No, there's
obviously.
plenty of butane in China.
Yeah, you can get the lighter fluid there. But yeah, even lighters they don't allow on the planes. Put in your check-in
Put in your
luggage
check-in, of
and make
course.
sure they don't have any lighter fluid in them. Yeah.
Of course. But anyway, that was always a big hit because the knockoff ones suck.
Yeah.
And a solid, nice Zippo from Pennsylvania is like, that's a nice thing in hand, and a lot of people smoke. So I just found that to be good to give to uncles and men.
And I mean, like even if
And
they
it's
don't
also
smoke,
auspicious.
it's a cool
No,
like
it's auspicious.
pop culture thing. Yeah.
Yeah, just to give someone a lighter means like you want to be friends forever. And
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
it's
a
really
thing.
good.
That's actually a good idea.
Yeah. Grass Pedal, thanks. Mary Boxmas, finish the trilogy. There is no trilogy. There's only 2. There are only 2 box episodes. It's a box set, and there's only 2.
No, I think good things come in threes. You know, I feel like there's got to be a third.
2's a party, 3's a crowd.
You might
I'd
say that.
Yeah, we could do this all day.
Mhm.
Actually, I'm out of
You are?
isms. Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Shane says, "What will you do for Christmas?" You know, the usual. I'm actually Sunday get to go skiing, which is really nice. Gonna go to, well, I won't say where.
Yeah.
A certain peak.
Yeah, go to a certain peak.
But it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Just family stuff for me.
Yeah.
Just the usual, you know, dinner and that type of thing.
Yeah, we're doing ham this year.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
Yeah. Thanks for all you do. Loved watching you all this year. Thank you, Shane. Loved
Thank you.
having you on board. Yudi says, Brony episode with Winston dressed as a brony. This is our best choice.
I cannot because I've never done it.
We also, that would probably be incredibly expensive to throw together. Not made of money, guys.
We could do something on the green screen.
Yeah, suppose. I don't know anything about it, though. We'd have to educate, and I don't want
Play
to.
an episode of My Little Pony or something. The problem is
like
you don't want to.
react?
If you try to search brony though, you'll be disgusted at what you find.
I don't want to know. I reject it. I
Yeah.
reject that.
You'd have to learn about clopping and all that. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that's your wheelhouse, anyways.
The
brony
joke is
stuff.
that you're afraid I'm a brony, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm
You should know.
woefully uneducated.
Yes.
Get me up to speed. Jennifer Marco, how about Chinese weddings? I think we've covered that.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jennifer, so just go back to our ADV China catalog and my catalog and your catalog.
I'm pretty sure I've got videos of me going to weddings on my channel.
Same.
Yeah.
It's hot, like relentlessly. There's like tons of material. Logos 42. You think the push for camping has something to do with the housing crisis in China? No. But we do know what it has to do with it. Not to toot our own
Yeah.
horns, but we have talked so much smack about China not having camping and how it was actually illegal, and how we've been reprimanded for it in the past. And they have come like rapid fire trying to say, no, we have camping.
Yeah, you know, we can do camping. It's not
Yeah.
true though. If you were to go to China right now and try to go camping, the hoops you have to jump through, you would be able to go camping, but only at one of those like designated camping glamping sites, and you wouldn't be able to bring your own gear. It'd be like a
Or like I said, you have to go where no one can see you. That's
Yeah.
what I did. I would just go
like
in the
and
middle
live
of
like a homeless
the
person,
woods.
like
Yeah.
you know, stealth.
I would just go in the middle of the woods.
Yeah,
No one's
yeah.
going out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Well, you'd be surprised with the huge
you know what?
population.
I always ran
People
into
always,
people.
Yeah, they
Not
always
right up to
find
my
you.
tent, but I always, like, if I was off looking
Yeah.
for firewood and stuff, I would always run into someone.
There's always someone.
There's always someone.
It's
You're
like-
absolutely right.
You know, like in Africa, we have that saying, "The grass has eyes." It just means like no matter what you do, someone will see it.
For sure. One time,
You know?
one time I went down a literal cliff with my friend to go camping, made a small fire and stuff, and people came down. Like,
Yeah.
we didn't get in trouble or anything, but
No.
it was just people walking by. But it was like, literally, it doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah, you cannot escape it. You just
No.
can't.
Yeah, remember like in Guizhou when we went camping? Remember we were in the middle of nowhere.
Dude turns up, you know what I mean, spitting on the doorstep there, like what? Yeah,
it
you
was-
can't escape it. The
it was this
population is
area.
too dense. Yeah,
It's true. The Squanch of Dandong. What excuses did you hear in China from locals as to why the sky is so polluted? It's necessary.
it's always like, oh, London had their turn,
Yeah.
and like America had their turn. It's our turn. That's pretty much they justify.
The
it.
average local person won't acknowledge much pollution, though. They say, no, this isn't
Yeah,
actually
just
not
bad
too
weather.
bad.
Yeah,
it's
it's
bad
like, oh,
weather.
it's
Or
fog.
it's not. No, it's not even denial. It's just kind of like it's not. This isn't as bad as like some areas. That's actually what I hear most of. Is this isn't as bad as Linfen, or this isn't as bad as Shanxi. You know
Also,
what I
when
mean?
you get used to it, like,
Yeah.
as if it's like that every day, it becomes so
Yeah.
normal that you don't see
For
it
sure,
as being
for sure,
strange,
for
right?
sure.
Isn't that freaking annoying?
It's
when that
very, very
happens?
annoying.
Yeah.
Dr. YouTuber says, not sure if I need to avoid mentioning his name. We just don't talk about other YouTubers. But yeah, I mean, seems like a nice guy. Ray Jack says, when is Box 3.0? That's only if you guys unanimously vote on that, and I do not want to put that in the suggestions if someone can come up with something better.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Cedric Hachez, do you sometimes in Chinatown go to Chinatown to get a taste of China again? For sure, absolutely. Especially every time I go to New York City.
yeah.
Turd Ferguson, can I get a soundbite of the tent setting up noises? No context or anything, but for now, can I get a mouse slap?
Yeah, you could get a mouse slap. We definitely have that around here somewhere. Somewhere. Where the hell is it? There.
Doc Slothington says, can you reintroduce Bridge the Gap now that the heavy-hitting box isn't on the ballot? Well, the rule is that the least performing thing.
Gets
So
knocked
we're
out.
open to suggestions.
But of course, it can always come back.
We'll bring it back eventually, but we like to we need to renew some interest in Bridge the Gap because clearly people didn't want it. Despite some of the people fighting for it, because you know how much we love it.
Oh, yeah, it's super fun. I wish we could do it, but hey, that's life.
Pleco Man says, when are you releasing Pick Up the Bike because bears are cool merch? Love horror, sex, pet stories is a topic. We have covered that probably 5 times now,
Yeah.
so we'll probably kill that one.
Yeah, because I mean, look, it gets just debaucherous.
Yeah.
You know, we already showed you some of the worst.
And that was already pushing it.
Yeah, and we're just like probably going to end it there because.
Yeah, it's just
holy
not.
crap.
You don't need to live in that negative, gross world. You know
It
what I
gets
mean?
bad.
Yeah.
People that end
Standard.
up in China, the expats are bad people
Yeah,
for
a
the
lot of
most
them.
part, unless they're there for genuine reasons and they
Or
came
work.
for no, that's right, for work, or they're doing a gap year or something. But the long haul foreigners in China, not all of them,
No.
of course,
No.
but I found for the most part,
let's say 7 out of 10.
yeah, 70% of the long haul, the guys that have been there for a long time are there because they're just debaucherous, disgusting human beings.
Danner 253. When is the Great Firewall of China installed?
I mean,
08? 07?
no, it was definitely before that, but I think it started to come into because I remember even when I got there in 06, you couldn't access everything.
No.
You know, you
Stuff was
couldn't
blocked.
you couldn't search like CNN articles and stuff,
No, no.
and they were blocking it off the TV. So
Yeah.
it's probably been around since the inception of the internet, really,
Maybe, yeah.
to some degree. But
yeah.
it really like clamped down, I'd say, around about 2007ish. That's when it started to like they blocked Facebook and everything.
No,
right?
no. I used
Wasn't it?
Facebook in 2008.
Was it in 2008?
Yeah. They did it after the Uyghur thing. So it's been
Was it?
2009, 2010. or
Is it
something
that?
like
No,
I promise.
um,
I promise you.
I know that they blocked it and it came back.
Yeah, but when I moved to China, YouTube and Facebook was totally fine. You could use
Yeah.
it all day and all night.
I'm just remembering because I think I was in China when Facebook opened. When did Facebook start?
Like 2004 or something.
Really that
It's
early?
very old. Very old.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I got it.
Okay, find out.
Believe me.
Yeah,
I'm from America,
I'm
dude.
skeptical.
2004.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. It was
I know.
unblocked.
And YouTube was 2006, right?
Yes.
Or 2005. 2005, yeah. Because it was brand new.
When was YouTube blocked in China? YouTube was blocked in China for 5 months, in October 16, 2007 to March 22nd,
Yeah.
2008, and then it was blocked.
2007,
So it was
I said.
open. It was open for it was open for a whole year.
Yeah, but it was
yeah.
blocked.
Yeah, for sure. But it came back.
So
for
I
a
was
whole
right.
year.
2007. That obviously, if they blocked it then.
Yeah.
That's when they started to.
Yeah,
hardcore.
you're right, for sure.
So it was 2007. I remember, and then they opened it up again, but then they like fully blocked it.
Yeah,
And
it was,
I never
it
came
was
back.
a year of free for all in 08, and I thought that's when my mind was shaped about China because I went there. I was like, I knew everything was blocked, by the way, but I was like, they had opened. It felt like everything was opening up again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Here's the reason why I was the first, China YouTuber, because when they blocked it during that initial time, I could still access because I had a tech background and I had my own VPN. This is before you could buy a commercial VPN.
Yeah.
So nobody else had access, but
Yeah.
I did. And then when they blocked it again, same story. So for years, nobody else could access it until Astral and stuff came along.
Yeah, I had a VPN in 09.
Yeah. That's when commercial, like I said, 2007.
Yeah, it only became necessary when they blocked everything.
Yeah,
Right.
that's when commercial VPN started to pop up.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Danner253, thank you very much for that. If you can read simplified characters, can you read traditional and vice versa? Kind of.
Yeah,
not.
I mean,
some no.
Yeah, look, some of them are just like, really, what the hell is that? If you look at a traditional compared to simplified, I feel that if you know traditional, you can read simplified.
Yes, absolutely.
If you
vice
can
versa
read,
harder.
Yeah, it's harder if you like. We learned simplified, and I go to Taiwan or Hong Kong, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And then you're like, oh, it's like ch or whatever. It's like, what the hell? But you can figure it out.
Yes. 2MCNA2, you guys ever been to a chiropractor? They're horrifying. No, I do not
No.
believe in those things.
No, I haven't been to one. No.
Dylan, hi guys. What is After Party bonus show? 30-minute show? What do you guys talk about? Thanks. It's coming soon.
Yeah,
Coming soon.
that's,
So the people that are in that tier are already ready.
Yeah, that's
ready
something
to
coming
roll.
soon. We're basically going to be moving our Yamcha, but with extra.
So you guys are safe.
Yeah.
You guys are totally safe.
Because the thing is, we feel like the show drags on a bit too long.
Yeah.
And we want it to be kind of concise for the main show, and then all the Q&A and the kind of fun stuff, and we'll throw in some funny clips.
Yeah.
That's going to be like the after party show.
Yeah, the Yamcha will become After Party, and After Party will be more fun than Yamcha currently is. It'll be more of a thing.
Yeah.
Solid thing.
So we're going to be starting that next year.
Yes.
But like with everything else, we'll give it a trial run and see how it works out.
Of course.
You
I
know?
think you guys will like it, though.
Yeah.
And you guys are already ready to roll, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Khen Barlows, do you guys have a recipe list that covers all your favorites or staples from your time in China? I do not. And you know what? That's a really good thing to do. And it's not for a topic, but it's something I might put together over time. So I'm going to put that in my notes.
It's a good idea.
I like that, Khen. Or Khen. I don't know how to say your name. Sorry. George Hazard, I do like the new hoodie, but could you please not FOMO 7 times in a show? I understand that you want to hype it up, but new people are going to think you just want want people's money. You know, George, I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, the vast majority of people thought that was hilarious. So you got to understand, take it with a pinch of salt. It was a joke.
Yeah, it's a joke.
But we appreciate you. We appreciate you, George. And you won't have to see that again except for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where I do the exact same thing.
Well, I mean, you don't need to push it that hard. But
no, but I'll push it hard.
Sure.
But less hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Belshazzar, streaming on December 25th. If not, gaming update. Yeah, we'll probably take that day off.
Probably.
But yeah, we'll obviously figure something out. If not, gaming update. I've been playing Civilization 3 for the most part. So many great mods. That's cool. I didn't know Civilization 3 had so many great mods. I know Civ 6.
I only ever played the first one.
Yeah, those are.
DOS.
That's a kind of game that I know I would be super into, but for some reason my brain's too little to handle it. It's not that I can't figure it out. It's just like so in depth.
It's interesting, the early days of computers, because the choice was fairly limited with games. So you'd play every kind of genre, and genres that I can't stand today. I play those games. Like I used to play a lot of racing games and sim games like that, and all those, like everything across the board I used to play. And now I'd be like, why would I play that?
Oh, really? Racing games are my favorite.
I mean, I like them to a degree, but like if I think back, I played a lot of racing games.
Yeah.
All those Need for Speeds and all that kind of stuff in the beginning. And
you wouldn't now.
And Indy 500 and all that. Why would I play that?
You like NASCAR and stuff. Yeah, me too. Shane, one more question. Sorry. On a 1 to 10, 10 being the best Chinese, what number would you give how good is your Chinese speaking? 7.
Yeah, I'm going to go with like a 6 for me. And my Chinese has degraded a lot since I left China.
Yeah.
Because I don't speak it every day.
I speak it more than you, but it's definitely gotten rusty.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be immersed to, for it to keep up, basically.
Yeah. Dragonilla says, Winston, fantastic work. I knew you could do it. Stunning, jaw-dropping.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I would suggest Box 3.0, but I must prioritize Bridge the Gap too.
Okay.
She likes it.
Yeah, Bridge the Gap was fun.
Happy holidays. Hope you both get plenty of rest and family time. Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Dragon
much.
Noah. Eastwood 400 says, as a fellow wristwatch enthusiast, what is your current favorite one to wear? I know right now it's my Tissot PRX. My Tissot PRX Powermatic 80 is one of those that I loved when I got it. I took a break from it for a while. But in terms of how it feels on my wrist, I just love how it's so comfortable.
Yeah.
I do like the wrist roll as well. I think the finishing is top notch for a $700-800 watch. Out of this world, good finishing.
Yeah, pretty expensive watch.
Is it?
Well, I mean, like, in the grand scheme of things, no. If you compare it to
If
big
you're
ones,
talking to
but-
a wristwatch enthusiast, I don't think that's going to be expensive.
That's
to this
true. That's
person.
true.
Yeah. It's a entry level watch.
Yeah, for me, $300 is a lot for a watch. I mean, but I'm a big watch guy. Yeah,
sure. Humble bragging over here.
No, my favorite watch is.
You spend a lot more than me on watches. That's
just because I buy a lot of crap.
That doesn't mean that's just you're trying to make me sound like Richie Rich over here, but you've probably spent 10 times what I have on watches. 10 times.
No, not that much.
Probably.
Well, a fair amount. Yeah. But anyway, my favorite is my Seiko Arnie, which is an original 1985. But
which is the same price as this. That's an expensive watch.
It was way less than that. It was like a couple of hundred less. This is probably my second favorite. I got two of these. I bought them as junkers, and I fixed them up. It's the Seiko Jumbo Chrono. This one's from 1974, and the other one I have, I think, is from 1973.
Yeah.
And they're very cool because they look kind of modern. It's a proper chronograph, fantastic, fully automatic and all that stuff. And I just like the way they look. They're really cool watches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My second favorite to wear is the one you got me, which is the 1965.
Yeah, 65.
Citizen Homer date. It looks like a dress watch, but it's very old, but it looks modern.
Yeah,
in a way.
it's really cool.
It's very cool.
It's got a good history.
Very comfortable.
It's got a cool history. It was awarded. We won't say where, but it was awarded to someone at a very cool place.
Very
so
cool.
It's got an
very
engraving and all that.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. Beta Machine. Why are there so many high-end cars in China, but very few sports cars? Like there's lots of Cayennes, but very few 911s. That's a very interesting question because number one, a lot of enthusiast cars are manual. Most Chinese people don't want to drive a manual. That's considered poverty.
Yeah,
right.
Only cheap cars have that.
Number two, luxury supersedes sports cars any day in China to show off
and
your
practicality.
wealth. Big honking luxury cars is more useful. It's better to show off that you can have a lot of
and
passengers
practical.
comfort. Yeah,
it's all about and most of the rich Chinese people I know, they want to be able to cart their whole family around.
Yes.
So like a Lamborghini. The young guys, the 409s, they buy Ferraris.
They'll have the Ferraris.
They
They'll
just
have
buy
the
that crap.
Lambos.
But
yeah.
for the most part, if people have money, they're buying big luxury SUVs and with small motors.
Yes.
They don't care about performance. They just care about the looks.
Yeah.
The
average Joe says, guys, are you sure you don't want to take a month off at some point? Of course we do. But you know what? We'll stay up to date for you. We find ways to kind of move work around and things like that. So don't worry about us. We'll always take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
But we always are going to be looking out for you guys.
Yeah.
First.
At the end of the day, we want to keep going with the show. It's one of the fortunate and unfortunate things about YouTube. I'm going to say it's unfortunate that you can't really break cycle. You have to be consistent. But the good thing is we love you guys as an audience, and we love our audience, so we want to do it. We want to.
What we're doing right now, like this show is not stressful at all. In fact, I look forward to it.
Me too. Whereas our personal channels suck.
I mean, we don't to make videos on those. We understand the importance of it.
Yeah.
But it's a chore. It's not like I got to pull something out of my ass. It's more like I have a responsibility, and it's so daunting.
Yeah.
To try and in the research involved is insane.
Yeah.
Because we, unlike a lot of people, and it's not to toot our own horns, but we don't just make stuff up and just say, oh, if you're wrong, I'll just make another video to cover it up.
Yeah.
We back everything up we say.
Yeah.
So unlike a lot of people that can just pump out relentless content and hope people forget about that thing, that mistake they made that was unsighted or was the wrong statistic or whatever, and then people just move on. We don't do that.
No.
Right? We make sure we believe in what we're saying.
Yeah.
And so the responsibility is massive, and it's daunting.
Yeah, putting together the stuff for our own personal channels is tough. When we work together, it's much easier. You know, like today, I was finishing up the media pack. You were getting, some of the admin stuff out the way. So we both take on different roles, and it lightens the load. But for our own channels, we've got to do all the research personally. We have to edit and do all our stuff and film and all that. And it's pretty annoying. But for this stuff and for the China show, we love it, and we love you guys as an audience. So we'll always do our best to make sure we don't skip out.
Yes.
And you've seen in the past, if somebody has like something serious, like a surgery or really has to go somewhere, then the other person will take on the show like
and
solo.
We'll probably do that a couple times a year.
Yeah.
So it's no big deal.
Yeah, but thank you. We appreciate that.
Yeah, I thank you for saying that, because he goes on to say, don't want you to burn out. What you do is so important.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, if burnout happened a long time ago, let's put it that way. It's happened a few times.
Yes.
But just like everything else in life, when you're going through a tough period, you just kind of muscle through it, and you regain your stuff. You regain your vibe.
Shabby Chadwell says, "Thank you guys for a great year." Thank you, Shabby Chadwell.
It's an absolute pleasure. Thank you for being with us for a year, all of you guys.
He said, "Box, Tractor, Royal Rumble, Ren Fair, Pervert Types, Streaming, Auto Sales, Gutter Oil, Piss Eggs, and a Soundbite Battle. Chef's French Kiss."
Yes.
Can I just see more Box though?
Oh,
He's a
sure.
big Box
I'm
fan.
Box.
Yep. Oh, wait, one more.
Nothing would bother me anymore.
I wonder if we could get her on the show.
Absolutely not. That would never happen. I would love it, but it's not going to happen.
I think it might. I think it's possible someday.
I can promise you it's not possible. She was in a state position.
I know.
Imagine what would happen to her.
Well, I mean, she could clarify what happened to her down at the river anyway. I feel like she's been scorned. She might actually flip sides.
Okay.
I swear. Yeah.
Josh Ortiz says, getting some time off work for Chinese New Year soon. Going on a solo ride down the east side. Any advice for such a long adventure? Just send me a message, bro.
Sweet.
I got 4 to 5 days. The longest I've gone is Hualien. Happy holidays, guys. Actually, Josh, you've done some amazing stuff so far, so I don't know what you're talking about. We definitely have some more specific examples we can give you, though. The whole Taidong areas, you could spend weeks in that whole region.
So, talking about Taiwan, by the way.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
He's a friend of mine, so sorry. He's talking about Taiwan. We're talking about the east side of Taiwan because that's where all the pretty stuff is. The west side's the sucky side. The east side's where the beauty is for riding. But we can definitely give you some more advice. Turd Ferguson says, take his appeals, Jeff, and he's waiting for the sound bites.
Yeah, sorry, I'll have to give you this. I'll have to give you this one.
This is definitely what you want, I assure.
Propaganda clip for you to sway the vote. I see what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. Always.
Yes. It's the season for you to have a cold. Yeah, I'm good now. Just got some residual nostril. I got yours about 2 weeks after you.
Yep.
Justin McCrum, did you know about? You guys always name drop this one guy. You see this, right? They ask us every episode. They ask us about this. I don't know who that is, and I don't want to shout it out because what if it's like a CCP thing? I don't know what it is.
Sorry, we'll have to look it up.
But every episode, somebody will say that.
Is that thing that was advertised? I think there was a Chinese YouTube thing, but like kind of a anti-CCP thing.
Oh, it's an anti-CCP.
I think it's an anti-CCP. I think I could be wrong, but somebody's been paying for advertising on my channel. So when people go to watch my videos, it first pops up with their, "Do you want to learn about China? Go to this," something like that.
Interesting. Maybe it's that.
Okay. I think so.
Anyway, we don't do shout outs and that kind of stuff.
Until we know.
Unless it's someone we watch. That's what I was about to say, Alan S., did you guys get into tea when you were in China? I actually don't like Chinese tea that much.
I did. When I first...
I know about it.
Yeah, when I got to China, I didn't know how long I'd be in China. So I thought to myself, I want to develop a skill that I can take home with me or take wherever I go.
Yeah.
And, China's always been about tea. So I got the tea table and I bought all the, they've got all these tools for doing what they call it like Kung Fu tea, Gong Fu cha. And there's a whole ceremony about it. And I learned about it and I tried all the different kinds of tea. But I'll be honest, I kind of fell out of love with it because in China, you think that the whole tea ceremony thing is a very common and very cool. It's not. It's always just a bunch of uncles sitting around with a like a
cigarettes,
Tupperware pot.
Yeah.
You know, where they just throw like the tea in this very dirty.
You still
sort of
see
thing.
this here.
Yeah,
like, yeah.
that happens,
in
but
offices and stuff.
but it's exactly. But it's not what you think. It's literally just kind of like very low class. I was expecting it to be classy.
Yeah,
and-
it's actually, you
know
know
what
what's
I mean?
funny? You know what's funny? And this is not to, by the way, it can be ornate.
It's
and it
very-
can
yes.
be all of these things.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's everything, but to drink tea in southern China, a lot of the times is used as a way to say somebody is kind of a dirtbag.
Yeah.
If you say, yeah, he always smokes and drinks tea, that's actually a thing.
Yeah, they do.
That's a thing people say.
And to drink tea means to go sit in the police
他天天
station.
喝茶.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's if you say like he's sitting around smoking cigarettes and drinking tea, that means someone's wasting time and they
Yeah.
just sit around there. They're an addict.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, it's plastic cups, you know, those, like, those crumply, they melt.
Even when they do
you know?
it properly, like, it's
Yeah.
kind of seen as a vice.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it is a vice. It's
Yeah.
people sit around do it all day. But I fell out of love with it. But I did get into it, and I did enjoy certain aspects of it. And
Yeah.
I do, you know, this is one of the awful things, is the real traditional Chinese culture that's beautiful and all that has really been lost and watered down and turned into something that's not appealing anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you go to a country like Taiwan, you can see it in its proper state. If you go to Japan, Japan has a beautiful tea ceremony, like and it's all based off the Chinese stuff anyway. You know, it's kind of got taken
Yeah,
in.
I think Taiwan's definitely. If you want to see the Chinese way, go to Taiwan.
Yeah,
to see it.
absolutely.
They've preserved that. But yeah, like to drink tea it's like smoking. It's a vice, right? You sit around and drink tea all
Yeah,
day.
exactly. That's true.
It's interesting.
But there is a lot of cool stuff.
But there
to it.
is. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's both very complicated and ornate, and at the same time, it can be a vice.
Yes.
So it's tough to say.
Yeah, so I would say if you're interested in that whole tea thing, look to Taiwan and Japan.
Yes. Dr. YouTuber says, C-Milk, what does the stamp on your hand signify? Why are you looking at my hand? That signifies a regarded looking happy face that my kid drew on my hand.
Yeah.
And a long pig, please.
Oh yeah, you get one of those for sure.
Makes me irritate at the mention of pig face.
Anyway, that concludes our Ask Away session. So we are going to put the let me see if there's any naughty people. See
Okay.
if there's any naughty people that put in their questions in here. Looks fine.
Okay.
Looks fine, guys.
Cool.
You guys learned the form. It's
awesome.
Proud of you guys.
So now we're going to put up some topics that you can vote on for the next week's show.
Yes. I'm trying to get it up here. Let's see here. Cool. So if you're an Android user, I'll read it off to you. Because you probably won't be able to see it. So the first topic is gas station snacks. So just like in the US or any Western country, gas station snacks are some of the lowest quality food you can buy. In China, it's another world level low. And we can get it
It's
here
a
in
third
America.
world level low. Yeah, exactly.
We can get some of this stuff, and it's truly bad, and I don't want to eat it anymore because I know what's in it now.
Yeah, it's like
But
maggots.
We'll do it for you.
Yeah, we'll do it.
We'll do it for you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we missed a hong hong for someone.
Oh, we did. Sorry about that. We'll get
Honorable
that.
Hong, 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 Hong.